All right, you ready to roll?
Absolutely.
All right, I'm going to go quiet for a little bit, and then you'll hear me start.
It'll get me fired up. It always does, man.
103.8 FM, Talk Radio.
Crazy and it's so obscene. You gotta know where to hide in the big machine. Say it sounds like TV on the radio, so push that sound. I wanna hear it in stereo. Do what you want, it's the will of the people. Nothing holds you back on that online radio. Ain't no love tonight in this city, and here I thought that we had gone steady. We're all
Hey everybody, we're here. I am Keith Pazel. This is my podcast.
Yes.
Here with Crocious.
Yep.
Having headphone trouble. I could see it. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It's all pretty good though.
Yeah.
Just into the song. It gets me into a certain mind. That's kind of like the Bulls when they came out when they were in their championships.
Yeah, we got our fucking.
It gets me into a mindset. It's a good song.
Ray Clay sings our theme song.
I'm telling you, man. There's a certain,
je ne sais quoi.
I don't know. It's modern punkish, metalish, sort of. It's got a thing.
Yeah.
It's tapping into some genres that make
song.
what it is.
I told them our favorite bands. So
that's what it was.
I said Nirvana. I said I like Nirvana and like punk.
Yeah.
I go, and Crocious likes
the Stooges.
Well, I said he definitely likes old Metallica. And what was the fucking don't wanna know if you are lonely? What's that fucking song?
Don't wanna.
What's that song? You always have it playing in your car.
Oh, Husker Du.
So I said, and then I go, because I texted you, and then I go, he definitely likes Husker Du.
Yeah.
And then I texted you, what are your favorite bands? And I was right, except for you said Iggy Pop. So I also told him Iggy Pop.
Okay. That's good.
So it's got all that in there.
Yeah. It's the guitar that
part of it feels
like was a very thing that
I wonder how placebo it is though, because I told him all that shit and then I listened to it because part of me feels like I told him all of that. He rolled his eyes and was just like, I'm gonna write you a song.
Well, I like to think there's more of a history behind it.
Well, he watched episodes.
Keith,
he watched episodes.
Okay. Good job.
But yeah.
If you're watching right now, good job, Mr.
This is
Clay.
going to be the show. Yeah, no, Ray Clay that's a joke. Ray Clay is the guy who would yell the Bulls intro.
Oh, okay.
And now that's Ray Clay.
I remember I went to a wedding reception with my very first girlfriend.
They did not announce it like that.
Yes, and her stepsister was getting married. She was I
would have divorced him immediately.
Well, I mean, the stepsister, she was not the brightest.
Some
bulb in the sun.
Loud meatloaf broads in Chicago.
No, it was the suburbs. She was just dumb. She was a dumb woman. She was just a dumb woman.
Jesus, sound like
I know it sounds so horrible to say it that way, but she just was not a bright human
really
being.
Embracing your Chicago comic here.
I tell you, this Brad.
Crocious is comfy. He's got shorts. If you're watching, you could see his flips are flopping.
I'm feeling good.
He's out here. We have Jurassic World on. I was watching the Freeform is doing their Halloween marathon. But you expect that.
The movie, well, I mean, the movie Halloween.
They're doing...
Have you seen Halloween 4? Here's what I love about Halloween 4.
That's the return of Michael Myers.
Yes, exactly.
That's the best one. Because Halloween 3 isn't even a fucking Halloween movie.
One of my favorite C.J. Sullivan stories and jokes of all time, which I know, I've probably told him this before, when he's like, I haven't been that dissatisfied with a sequel since Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Where the fuck is Mike Myers?
Well, here's
Mike Myers is the reason why we're watching this franchise. And you turn it into
the mask is in it.
I mean, it's bizarre.
Here's what they tried to do with it.
Yeah.
It's actually an attempt at something that they do now. That was the first attempt at trying to make just the title the movies. Like it was the first attempt at like, we're going to make every movie different. Like it's Halloween, but it's about a different killer. Or
so like,
like an anthology. Like
what franchise has succeeded like that? Harry Potter or something?
Fucking True Detective. Every season's a different season.
Interesting.
American Horror Story. Every season's a different season, but it's a horror, and they're even the same actors. They just play different parts.
Interesting. I didn't know that was a theme. I didn't even know that.
It's an anthology series where every episode is a its own thing. But overall, or every season's its own thing.
It's its own kind of storyline, own plot line. That's an interesting idea.
The show is called True Detective, but every season is a completely different story.
So one could be about a murder, one could be about a drug dealer or something, or whatever.
Yeah. But it's always about a cop.
Yeah. Okay. So it's the cop dealing with that, but not the same one. Not the same.
An American Horror Story is just every season it's a horror show. Different spooky stuff.
You see, that sounds good. Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, it was problematic.
Oh, yeah.
I went there to see one thing. I saw Halloween 2 in the theater and was screaming in my seat as a 12-year-old boy. Screaming.
Let's see the trailer.
I read Halloween. I read the novelization and did a book report in the 7th grade on Halloween 2. Okay, that's how into Halloween I was. I got an A, too, because I was into it. If I liked something, I could be passionate about it. But if I didn't like it, I would be bored stiff. And I imagine, my stress level. Oh, God. I would be ADHD. If I was alive today as a 16-year-old, I would have been ADHD. Absolutely.
Really?
Yes, I know I would have been. It was undiagnosed. I know it was. I know.
Gotta go to the Atom Cam because I have to plug in this thing.
I certainly had a touch of it. My anxiety. Ooh, boy. I remember my maternal grandmother just like saying to me, "Oof, Adam. You're so nervous."
It's never good when they go, oof,
Adam. Listen, I'm 17, okay? I'm fresh out of the fucking oven, you know? I mean, I am raring to go. The synapses are firing at that age, you know? I mean, you are young and ready to go, you know?
Virile, as they say.
Exactly. I mean, I still have pretty good energy, but man, not like that. Is this hocus pocus?
I found it. I walk past Beverly Hills Country Club every day.
I don't need one.
It's a Titleist 4, baby.
I golfed yesterday. I should have fucking called you up, man. Would you go to a par 3?
Hell yeah. I need to rent clubs. I have to get my clubs mailed out here.
Get your clubs. Because you can go out and walk. It's a fun. I golfed the Los Feliz par 3, and I'm so used to playing big courses now. My game's actually gotten better on a big course. It's not great, but it's gotten better. I definitely have some good shots, like enough that I like it. But boy, when you play those narrow par 3s, I'm hitting trees every shot. It forces you to you got to punch the ball through. You got to hit line drive shots. You can't hit it up in the air. You got to punch it through.
Just want to see how long I can get you talking about golf shots.
Because it's
golfing is frustrating. It's fun if you know how to do it well. But if you let yourself get too into wanting to do well, you'll fucking throw a club into the lake.
Yeah. Exactly. I've taken lessons. I've taken driving lessons twice. I took pitching and chipping lessons. I took putting lessons. This is over 20 years ago, though. It's a long time ago.
If you're bad, you're just better off thinking it's funny.
Yeah. I mean, yesterday I was by myself, actually. I was going to meet CJ out there, but he was like, I golfed 18, man. It's 102 degrees. Okay.
So here we go. I have for us the trailer for Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, 1982.
82. And I remember this is the year I moved from DC.
Because I want to see if the trailer is very clearly no Michael Myers, then nobody can complain that they went and saw this movie because you knew what you were getting into.
You don't really know much about Halloween. The barriers will be down between the real and the unreal. And the dead might be looking in. The last great one took place 3,000 years ago when the hills ran red.
So far, this is like a completely different movie.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, there's, again, and what are we 30 seconds in? 40?
22.
Yeah, okay, we got a good shot. Yeah. There's no mask anywhere. There's no blade anywhere. What this movie also was about is there was a curse that was being sent out through television. No, it was about a curse being sent out through television. It was supposed to be an indictment about
mask,
television.
Wasn't the mask?
Yeah, it bleeds. It kind of melds into your face. I don't know. I've only seen like maybe 2 minutes of this movie in my entire life. I just knew it was garbage.
I've never seen it.
I had enough taste as a 13-year-old to know it was
all
garbage.
I had to do was I saw all the Halloween movies on the rack at the video store, and I looked at the back, and none of the pictures were Michael Myers, and I would just put it back.
Yeah, of course, because there's a reason you want to see Mike Myers. Mike Myers is a good bad guy.
Paul Rudd is in part 4. So
wow. Well, what's funny about part 4, I guess, is when it comes back, like, within the first 2 minutes, Mike Myers just killed someone. We're putting him back into this franchise.
I can tell you, mister.
So also a good thing about 4. So the little girl in 4 plays an adult character in the Rob Zombie remake. She plays one of the sheriff's daughter. She plays the sheriff's daughter. The Rob Zombie remake is awesome. Have you ever seen the Rob Zombie remake of Halloween?
I have not.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
After break, if we find that, we'll fucking throw that on. But yeah,
I heard they're actually okay movies. I mean, he actually did a decent job of directing them. You know?
I thought it was bullshit that they immediately after his second one came out, it wasn't as good as the first one, and they were like, "Well, we're just gonna reboot it," because that's when they did that Halloween, and then they're doing Halloween Kills. They're doing a new trilogy, but the new Halloween, the one that came out after that one, was good too.
Yeah.
So that one basically is a sequel to Part 2. It disregards everything that happened after Halloween 2.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you watch like 5, it is an editing disaster. When you watch it, the movie is chaos. Yes. It can't stay on point at all. It's all over the place. See, yeah.
Hey, Mr. Cochran, just what is the final process? No, that was just faggot.
Yeah, he rips this guy's head off.
There was no cohesion to these trailers. This is just bits of the movie.
Yeah, and then the psycho sound. I don't realize that was such a dominant part of the music on this. The
Witchcraft. To us, it is a way of controlling our environment.
Hey! Where are they taking her?
They're taking her to the factory.
I want a mask. Can I have a mask?
Just what I had in mind for you, little buddy. Why, Cox? Why? Do I need a reason?
I've got
you can tell what's his face got that scene from Get Out.
This is an emergency.
You know, you can see. Wait, Jordan Peele
Is that
stole
Charles Bronson?
No, that's not Bronson. But this actor was in The Fall.
I do love a good joke, and this is the best.
Don't trust science.
I'm glad you'll be able to watch it.
You've got to believe me.
You see, there was a big, in a way, there was an anti-TV movement back then. Yeah, like I remember the spider coming out of the mouth being like, whoa, that is fucking creepy, man. I'm 17.
You could tell that guy was like, I could be Charles Bronson.
Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, the night no one comes home.
Listen to that voice. The night no one comes home.
Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, the night no one
how does it end there? What's that? What's that? What do they say? Can you go back to that? What's that? Is it the release date or something? I want to see this. Coming for Halloween, October 22nd. Okay. So yeah, they
October 22nd, 1982.
So here's the release date.
Here's let's find out what happened on that day.
I believe the movie or the TV show Manimal debuted on NBC. The half man, half animal, I guess. Manimal. Or he had an African curse.
Gene Malk resigned as manager of the Angels.
Oh well, they had really.
Yep.
In what year?
1982.
Not in 82.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Gene Malk did. No.
October 22nd, Gene Malk resigns as manager of Angels.
October 22nd.
October 22. Yeah. 22. I sound like a fucking...
But October 22nd, though, I thought you meant like this day. Okay.
On the day, because the movie came out on October 22nd. So I'm looking at what else happened on that day.
Thank you. I can follow it now. Thank you. I appreciate that. You're right, though. That would make sense because... No, in 82 he resigned?
Yep.
No, because he was the manager in 86, unless he came back, because they lost a playoff series to the Brewers. It used to be a 5-game series, and they were up 2 games. They were up 2-0. They had won twice in Anaheim, and then the Brewers came back and won 3 games in a row.
He was the Angels manager from 81 to 82 and then 85 to 87.
Yeah, he must have came back. Yeah, that makes sense, because he also managed the Twins, I believe, and also the Phillies. The knock on him is he was a very cerebral, good manager, but he would choke in the playoffs. Like the 64 Phillies, I think there's been books written about how this team completely lost the pennant. Like they were ahead by 12 games in early September and just lost, And he had that happen in 64, and then also with he had other playoff failure. 82 was a playoff failure. So 86 was a playoff failure for him.
It was a Friday. It was 37 years, 11 months, and 12 days ago.
Jesus Christ.
Sign of the dog, Libra. It was the millennial generation.
I mean, just starting?
Yeah.
82?
That's what it says here.
Yeah, it makes sense. 81, 82. Yeah, there's a definite difference. If you were a kid in the 80s versus a kid in the 70s, you experienced things in a different way.
What happened in 82, the most famous of all streaks? This looks like some soccer shit. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah. 24-year-old Erica Rose stripped to the waist on this day and bounced onto London's pitch at Twickenham Stadium during a rugby match, England and Australia. Oh, look at that. They're cupping her breasts. They get to cup her breasts as she walks away.
The whole idea of like, I actually contemplated streaking one time. in college.
Oh, this is not this day. This is other 8. You can keep going.
The only time I was ever arrested in my entire life was when I mooned the student section at the University of Wisconsin in 1990. So it was September 15th, 1990. Barry Alvarez's first win. That's why if I ever see Barry Alvarez, if I ever meet him, I see him in a bar, I want to tell him this story because I say, you want to know what September 15th, 1990 means? And he'd be like, oh, it's my first win with the University of Wisconsin. We beat Ball State 24-7. No, it was my only time being arrested. I got arrested because I got lifted up on 2 friends of mine's shoulders who were both rowers. They were 6'5", 6'4", and I was 6'3". So, and I dropped trout and I mooned the student section twice.
That's great.
And the dean of, I thought I got away with it, and I just was standing around. All of a sudden, I feel this tap on my shoulder, and I look back, and it's the dean of students, Mary Rouse, like the dean.
Oh, I hate when
I was
that
like,
happens.
uh-oh. And then she looks over my shoulder and goes like this, and I was right next to a stairway, to walk up to your seat, and like 2 cops were just double stepping it, boom, 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 like running up, and I was like row 35, row 40. I was up there, got arrested, and they just took me away. This guy was like, "You'd think they didn't handcuff me. You got to follow me," because they had like a place you got fingerprinted and shit underneath the stadium. People being drunk. I was stone sober. I wasn't drunk. They thought I was drunk.
Sober.
And they were like, "You'd think a young man who goes to a world-class university would know how to keep his pants on." Like he was lecturing.
One year when I was a kid, I was trick-or-treating, tying it to the times.
Yep. Good job. Well done.
That was unintentional, but once I realized I had the pathway for a true segue.
Good job.
You don't let that go.
Exactly. You jump.
A real radio man doesn't let that go.
Exactly.
So I was trick-or-treating as a kid, and we were it was at the age where our parents were letting us go by ourselves. So we were just being mischievous.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Cussing, having a good time.
Oh, yeah. It's great. It's hot. Well, how old were you think? 10?
Probably
11, maybe
10 or 11, maybe even 9.
Yeah, like in that range.
Yeah. 9, but 9, 11, the important range. And exactly. I saw this bottle, and my friends go, "Hey Keith, break that bottle." And I could have just took it, broke it, and we could have ran. But what I did is I took it and I threw it in the air real high, and let it tumble down, and it broke. And as we were walking away, the lady whose house it was came outside and goes, "Hey."
Yeah.
And here's where I'm a pussy, and I think I got made fun of for this later.
Yeah.
My friends wanted us to just run.
Yeah.
But I was fat and a good kid, so I stopped when she yelled, "Hey." And this fucking bitch made me clean it up. She took out a broom and a dustpan and made me clean up the broken bottle. Did you ever
do that again though, Keith? Did you ever do it again?
I've broken glass before.
Okay.
Never. I make sure people are gone.
Okay.
Every time
you learned exactly.
Every time I do it, I think of that. Of like, I better make sure there's
no one's around.
Old fucking,
which makes sense.
County bitch isn't looking out her door.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, you. Yeah, I remember Halloween being like, "Yeah, you got to loose a little bit."
That's one of those true times where I got caught, though. Like, I remember getting caught. Like, oh my God. Like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
I could break a bottle. I could have taken the bottle with me and broken it later.
Yeah, exactly. Somewhere else. Yeah, but
bottle shift someone for their candy. We used to stay out till 1 or 2 in the morning getting candy.
Yeah, I tell you what, Keith, we have more in common. Because that's how you were raised in the 70s as a kid. When I think about,
I was raised by people who were raised in the 70s.
Yeah, and so and to me, that's what childhood should be. It's made up football games, it's wiffle ball games, and it's like, and fights happen and stuff, and then kind of truces get made. It's all part of the socialization.
With COVID,
it's part of the socialization process, But I mean, that had been dying for years. Play dates, I didn't even play date. I remember going to like birthday parties stories, and that was fun. I like that, but I wanted to have organic fun. I would get home, get my homework done when I was like in the 4th, 5th, 6th grade, just so I could go out and play for like 3 hours. I would be outside until sunset, because I would just whatever. That's what you did, I don't know. I never see an organic football game.
Like some lads break out into a football game.
That was
You'll see that in the suburbs. You definitely don't see that out here.
In the city.
There's a soccer field over here. People just break out into soccer games.
I could see that. See that.
Also, football's not, especially with kids, dude. People know about that CTE.
Yeah. Shit, man. When I was a kid,
I don't think anyone's letting their kids play football. We used to have, dude, you want to, what might knock me up a notch in your book?
Yeah.
So me and my friends, we used to play pickup football games all the time.
Absolutely.
Tackle.
Oh, absolutely.
Hard tackle football.
We sometimes would do two, but we'd play some tackle in there too. So we'd sprinkle some tackle in there.
We used to just do it before I hung out with my best friend Wes. We used to just do front yard, backyard.
Yeah.
Real loosey goosey or street football where it was just touch, where you fucking take the whole street.
Yeah.
And you try and march down like the whole street end to end.
Absolutely. A 3-on-3 game, a 4-on-4 game is
where you
fun.
Could just let it rip. You have like you're the quarterback. You have 2 receivers. They don't even rush you. It's just you, your friend. They're covering your friends, and you're just like, I'm gonna go as far as. So it was that my first 9-10 years of life, and then I hung out with my best friend Wes.
Yeah,
and they had in front of their house there was this row of houses. It was like their house across the street, another row of houses, and then behind those houses. Was an empty field that was all grass and fucked up shit. And then just inside of that, like right almost attached to the backyards, was this perfect square of grass. And it was surrounded by all this mess, and we called it the wasteland.
Yeah.
And like we had some dude, we played a game there one time where we were down by like 47 points and
just had a furious comeback.
We came back and right when we were about to score the winning touchdown, it started snowing. And like I remember like being like, dude, we're gonna win this game. We're gonna win this game. It was such an epic comeback.
I remember being a kid, having certain like weather games, particularly with football. I remember having some rain games where playing like in a driving rain, and the field's getting really chewed up and getting messy and dirty, and like really getting into it, like liking it a lot.
I remember I hated it. I was the opposite.
Oh, really?
My friends used that because I would be
playing in the snow. Snow football is amazing. It's amazing.
Here's what the scenario would be. We would be hanging out. It would be me, Wesley, his brothers. We'd be playing wrestling video games. And then like 10 other dudes would come over because Wes has 3 brothers. And they're younger and older than him. So there was always friends coming over.
Age range.
There was always just people coming through the house. So we'd be playing video games, and then Brian's the oldest brother. He'd come down. We'd start fucking with him for a while, and then 6 of his friends would come over. And then 3 more of our friends would come over, and then they'd be like, well, you guys want to play football? And everybody would be down, and I would just be like, no. They would always have to like beg me to play. And then that game, when we made the comeback, we discovered my threat on the football field. I am a short yardage, throw it to me, and I will carry a pile of people while I gain ugly yardage.
Exactly.
Because I remember one play, they pitched me off the ball, and I ran back a touchdown, and I knocked off this big dude, Mark Pohl. He stunk so bad. And I bulldozed him and scored this touchdown, and I remember I was wearing a hoodie, and the dude I bulldozed over came over to me and shoved a bunch of grass in my hoodie, and he was like, this is fucking Mike Allstott over here. You know how Allstott had the thing puffing out of his back?
Exactly,
They did that to me because they were like, fucking Allstott over here. And that's my friend Bobby. He was like, Keith, do that all game. Like I remember him telling me, do that all game and we'll come and we'll win.
That's great, man. I'm trying to think what I mean, I certainly played a lot, and I was never like I was always a middle kid that was picked.
Because I was like 240 pounds in 8th grade. So I was fucking...
It took like 4 guys to get you down, probably. Exactly.
And I like wasn't supposed to be fat. Like when I was a kid, they called me slim. Like I was skinny. I got fat in elementary school, and then just like it was baby fat that I just never got lost because my family would always say it was baby fat. So they would just let me eat like a fucking barbarian.
I give you credit, man, for keeping it off.
So
you know what I mean? I give you credit.
I wasn't, for how big I was, I could move a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I remember, even in comedy, in sports, in life, I'm someone who you size up and you're like, this is not going to go well.
Yeah.
And then I fucking shock you. That's my drive in everything. I overseed your expectations.
Yeah, exactly. Exceed the expectations.
Constantly.
Because the expectations are so low. You can do nothing but improve.
When I walk on a comedy stage, I almost feel where people are like, this guy's not funny.
Yeah.
And that's part of what makes me feel good of when I do well. Yeah. Of like, none of you thought I was going to do well.
Oh, and I that used to be a line of mine. When I would not do well early in a set, you know, and then I'd get them on my side. I'd work hard enough and I'd get them on my side. And then I'd be like, remember 8 minutes ago when none of you thought I was funny? Well, you were wrong. I used to say that a lot.
We're the opposite.
When I was a real
because
asshole.
you come on stage, I mean, your first line is the talent has arrived. So
such a goof.
I'm not a confident person.
Yeah.
So when I come on, like, I jumble a little bit. I'm not necessarily assertive.
It's a total overcompensation.
I'm not necessarily assertive on stage.
Yeah.
So once I get rolling and I start telling stories, I think people being like, oh shit, like, he's got jokes. He's like, it seemed like
it's structured.
When I start, I think it takes me a minute to start figuring out how to do it every time. I could do it every night.
Yeah.
That first minute or two is always kind of like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, you're feeling yourself. Yeah, feeling it out. Exactly.
And I'm always nervous. Even when I'm like, I've never gotten past the nervousness of about to being on stage.
Yeah. Well, I think it
takes me like 40 seconds to be like, oh, okay, I'm up here.
I think it takes. Well, first of all, I think if you don't get, I know what Johnny Carson said, man. He said, if you don't get the butterflies,
I vomit 3 times before I go on stage.
He says, if you don't get the butterflies,
stick your index finger, this middle one here, down your throat.
He's like, if you don't get the butterflies before you go up on stage, you shouldn't be doing it. Like you need to. And so what I found with, because I still get nervous. Of course, that character I have and that facade I have is all an overcompensation. It's a goof, you know, because I feel like it's an opportunity. If they say your name and they say your name's Luther Washington, or say your name is, you know, whatever, Hector Sanchez, or say your name is Adam Crocius, there's going to be a certain expectation that goes into someone's head when they hear that name if you're not known. So I feel like take that opportunity of going up to the stage as an opportunity to actually get a laugh. To sort of, I'm priming them, hopefully, if they're with me. The problem is when it doesn't go well, they think I'm an asshole.
Gotta prime them like I prime my esophagus,
you know,
for the vomit that I do.
I tell you, Ed.
The wife calls it purging. Big on the strip. Big on the strip there.
I remember 70s Carson. He still had it.
You'll see women purge over there on Fairfax.
Late 70s Carson. 20% of all of NBC's revenue was The Tonight Show. 1/5 of their revenue. That's how big Johnny Carson was. And then the 80s, boy, he was just airmailing.
You think he would ever get hammered and just fucking hold up a bag of money and just be like, you think Jack Parr ever did this for you?
I guess he had an alcohol problem.
Son of a bitch.
I don't think he drank. I think early in the show he drank. I think towards the end he didn't drink. But I guess he was a real asshole drunk. He'd get drunk and be a real dick to people. Like, I guess he and Ed McMahon were totally good friends. Like in the 60s, they were buds. And then just slowly through time, they totally grew apart.
You've changed.
Completely grew apart. To the point that they didn't even talk anymore. That's why there's this prime rib place up in Burbank that those guys used to go to after every show. It's kind of a cool old Hollywood joint, you know? Prime rib, which is such a prime rib.
You know, I don't
so
think
good.
I've had ribs.
Oh.
But I don't think I've ever knowingly had prime rib.
Prime rib is I like it a lot. It's just a very tender meat. You know, like who is it? Who's the Lowry's? Lowry's is a prime rib. They don't do steaks. They do prime rib. It's a very like 60s hearty meal.
You ready to see the trailer for Halloween 4?
Yeah, let's see that. Yeah, okay. They should just say Halloween 4. We knew we made a mistake.
Yeah,
like, that should be the line underneath it. You know. So this is great. I'm excited about this.
Ooh, they got this.
Do you know what today is? Do you know the date? Every day I look at myself in the mirror.
Oh yeah, Pleasance had no problem coming back from this.
He needed
Donald
to check
Pleasance,
so
he was
bad.
like, listen, that Great Escape money ain't lasting. You know.
What's The Great Escape? Was that a show?
Great Escape was a Steve McQueen movie from 1963 where he's in the motorcycle. He's trying to escape out of a Nazi prison.
So Steve McQueen's movies always involved a vehicle of some kind, right?
I mean, he was very much a rugged leading man. He was the highest paid actor in Hollywood in the late 60s. Made $3 million a movie. He should have been there the night Sharon Tate died. He was going to meet them up there. He would have been potentially killed.
I mean, but Steve, I had purged that night, and he came over.
No, what happened was, I guess he went to a bar on the Sunset Strip, met a woman at the bar, and like hooked up with her. So he basically was hooked up with a random woman at a bar.
And just lost track of time?
Yeah, and just didn't show up. But he was supposed to be there the same night that Sharon Tate got murdered, because they were like friends, you know. So.
You know what's funny is that would never happen now, because they would have just called him on his phone.
What do you mean?
Like if that happened now, he would have gotten killed.
He would have gotten called.
Because he would have been late, and they would have called him on his cell phone.
Yeah, because then it was kind of loose.
And he would have been like, "Oh shit, I forgot. Can I bring this fucking ass that I just fucking picked up like a bowling ball on the Sunset Strip?"
Think about late 60s Hollywood must have been lunacy. It must have been.
So Steve McQueen and that poor lady would have been slaughtered that night had technology existed.
But
listen to that, listeners. Technology gets people murdered. You know how many times you could have not gotten killed if you
had a cell phone?
If just no one, I just was inside all day. I wasn't outside to be murdered.
Well, I guess he said he was going to meet him later, but he just kind of, I'm sure he was living it's a Hollywood life, man.
I got lost in that bush.
Hey, man. So pop it on. Let's watch more.
All right, here we go.
Halloween 4.
I remember.
This is a pretty good song. This works a little bit.
You let them take it out of here. Now he's escaped. I knew this day would come.
What brings you back here for 10 years?
Michael Myers. 10 years ago, he tried to kill Laurie Strode.
So that little girl is in the Rob Zombie remake.
Did this come out like an 89 or something, or 80?
84, I think.
80? No, because this looks a little more modern than
Let's
that.
see.
This actually looks like a decent. I was going to say it's late 80s.
88.
It's got a late 80s
it's
feel
88,
to it.
yeah.
Because the previews got a little better by the late 80s. This is a dated preview.
Not for nothing. I don't want you to put that picture in your head when I tell you this next. In the Rob Zombie one, she shows her tits.
Now he wants her daughter. Wherever she is, that little child is in mortal danger.
Myers has been locked up since before she was born. He's never laid eyes on her.
You're talking about him as if he were a human being.
You're talking about him as if I'm just whiskey before my wine.
Always. Like someone's gently.
What is he, fucking Ringo Starr? Is he from Liverpool or something?
He's talking like he's got my purge finger down his throat. Just slide him down there.
6 bodies, Sheriff. That's what I've seen. I tell you, Michael Myers is here in this.
When I come home, there better be a full bottle of gin.
Woman, I took on Ram on the North African desert. I gotta hide from my sorrows.
Down. He's here to kill that little girl and anybody who gets in his way.
Oh yeah, that actor is gained weight. The guy who's the cop. That guy, he was in a few. He was in God, what was he in? Oh, you know what he was? Remember in Born on the 4th of July when Ron Kovac cruises in the wheelchair and they're playing pool at that one bar?
Yeah.
He's the Marine playing pool, like Semper Fi, you know? We weren't Iwo Jima.
You brought that back like it was a memory from like your childhood.
Yeah, absolutely.
Remember when me and Ron Kovac were at the VFW hall and he was fucking laying up some pool with fucking old Donnie Boy?
That's what his connection is, a movie from that era.
The phone and power lines are down, and we have a killer running loose in the street.
Starting to spook me, Doc.
At least I'm not alone.
At least I'm not alone. I have my bottle of scotch.
I always thought it would be funny if at the end of the movie, Loomis is vindicated. Everything he says comes to pass. And then they're like, but you're still a kooky old man.
Yeah, you're still kind of weird.
So
okay?
we're going to arrest you.
Wearing your fucking trench coat.
So we're gonna go ahead and drive you to the town's edge. And thanks, but you are not allowed here.
Yeah.
Halloween 4.
Man, do this.
In 17 years, you'll see this girl's tits. See, this is the stars one.
Wow, okay. I think that's an okay preview. That's not a bad preview, I think. I mean, it's really melodramatic. Dun, 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 dun. But, it's pretty good. It's not bad.
Kung, kung, kung. Let's go to the real TV. Let's go to the fucking plug in here, baby. Got Hocus Pocus. Climax and fucking Hocus Pocus is jizzing all over. Look at those effects.
Yeah, this is like trapeze artists and crap, This
is when, like, the days when they're not even in the same room with fucking, like, they had Bette Midler and all these old hags ride brooms in a separate day.
Yeah.
And then they filmed everybody's reactions.
Yeah.
Another day.
Yeah.
They had Bette Midler for a week and a half. Let's be honest.
I know a guy who was the stunt double, whatever, the stand-in for James Caan on For the Boys when I lived here before. A guy named Steve Sturla. He stood in for James Caan, and so he had to do scenes, like kind of rehearsal scenes with Bette Midler. Said she was great, actually.
Oh, totally, I bet she's nice,
and like had a good sense of humor. Like, oh, you're a good actor, and it's like couldn't have been more generous. Like he really liked working with her.
Dude, they're fucking going off with these Halloween movies. We got The Mask after this, not the one that scares me, which is Mask featuring Eric Stoltz.
I remember seeing Mask in the theater.
My mom showed me that in 1990, and holy fuck, did that movie scar me.
Yeah.
I remember I saw it as a kid, as like a baby. It scarred me. And then 2 years later, I tried to watch it again, and the second I saw Eric Stoltz's distended fucking
forehead and shit.
Oh, I was like, no way. No fucking way.
For me,
he talks like this.
Elephant Man for me. When I saw the Elephant Man in the theater with my mom. That's a David Lynch
My dad
movie.
always said that movie scared him.
It's also, if you see the Elephant Man and watch it, I think the two saddest movies to me ever. When you think of sad movies, well, it's E.T. of course. It's always E.T.
Look what we got here, Crowy.
Oh, this is good. This is good. E.T.
And then the Mag 7. Oh, this is the new one though with Denzel and Chris Pratt. Boo.
Yeah. The old one would be great.
There were no black cowboys, dog. I'm sorry. You can't be in the genre. There's no remaking cowboy movies with black people.
But what was I talking about before that though? I lost my train of thought, man. With the we went to Unforgiven. I lost my train of thought. What's that? The Mask.
Mask with Eric Stoltz.
One of the saddest movies you've ever seen. Well, E.T. is for you, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
For me, and I have not cried. When I really, it was Schindler's List. And Elephant Man is the other movie. Elephant Man, if you watch the Elephant Man, there's points of it you might cry.
Isn't that because it's sad? He's like a reed. They throw rocks at him and shit. Yeah, I mean, he's ugly.
He's a circus freak. He's a circus freak who's actually this extremely gentle soul.
Isn't it fucking
very gentle soul?
Isn't it who plays him?
John Hurt.
But who isn't
Anthony Hopkins?
Anthony Hopkins is in it. Yeah,
is the physician, and then what's her name? No, say not Jill Clayborne, but the woman who was married to Mel Brooks, who was Mrs. Robinson. What's her name again? God, I should know her name. I'm becoming an old man. I can't remember names like I used to. It's horrible. She's a very pretty woman, too.
I've never seen Elephant Man. I know
it's
of it.
Good. It's good. It's also, when you watch it, it's such a David. It's like his first movie after Eraserhead. So I think it is. And it's like, it's got such a David Lynch feel to it.
Another thing that took me, and this might...
Anne Bancroft.
This might knock me down a third of a peg for you. When I was a younger kid, anything that was in black and white was immediately... you're gonna have to convince me to watch it.
I used to feel that way too, but there's a few movies that changed my opinion on that, and those movies are both black and white.
The two movies that changed that for me were Clerks and Reservoir Dogs.
Well, Dogs wasn't black and white. Reservoir Dogs was.
Well, here's what I had a TV in my garage.
Oh, and you watch it in black and white.
Well, the TV would only show black and white.
Good for you, man.
For a whole year, I watched everything.
You see, I remember when TV. I remember when black and white was an authentic. Like you'd ask that question: do they have a black and white TV or a color?
Dude, when
that was 70s consumerism.
When we were watching Reservoir Dogs, I remember being really enthralled, and I was like, dude, I love how this is in black and white. And my friend was like, this isn't in black and white. Your TV just stinks.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, no, it's... And that could work as a black and white movie. That's also... That shows
Clerks is black and white.
Yeah,
though.
Absolutely. But black... I never realized that.
Hannah Gordon. Anne Bancroft.
Anne Bancroft, yeah. I mean, it's like...
Her name is Madge.
Well, she plays like the elite of London society take a shine.
Yeah, she's a real broad. She's an English actress of the Victorian and Edwardian era.
Absolutely, she was like I think she was like the J-Lo of her time.
Yeah,
this is such a good movie.
This
is such a good movie.
What, Unforgiven?
I love Unforgiven.
You know, I've never seen this movie.
Oh, I fucking love it.
These movies came out when I was totally a kid too, but these always had a feel like when I was a kid, I thought Unforgiven was like a movie from the 60s.
Yeah, well, yeah. This is actually when Eastwood won the fucking director for this.
Look at those whores.
Yeah, I mean, this is. You know the plot of this?
He had it coming! He had it coming for what he done! And the other one too! Both of them for what they done!
They done wrecked my...
No, well, what it is you see that one with the blonde hair? You see her face?
Oh, she's all
well, well, what it was, a cowboy cut her face up because she laughed at the size of his dick. He had a small dick. So she cut her face. So these prostitutes have gathered a bunch of money, and they're hiring some hitmen to come in and take care of this guy. And it's this old... Gene Hackman is like the sheriff of the town, and he's just a complete... hard ass. He is just a plain spoken. He's just a hard ass. He's great in it. He's so good. Anyway, yeah. So
I don't buy. I know he's great, but I don't buy Gene Hackman as like some dude who you'd be like, dude, he's here. Thank God Gene Hackman is here.
Oh, Gene Hackman. There was a time when he was like, he's a good New York actor.
He looks like a stepdad,
you know, but he just plays a really good, like, kind of just.
It took me out of the French Connection until I saw it as an adult.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like my dad tried to show me the French Connection as a kid, and I'm just like, who is this Uncle Roy looking motherfucker hunting heroin dealers down?
If you see that movie, I've seen it recently, I mean, literally within the past year. It's definitely like, I mean, it's dated, but it has like this, it's going to be a gritty, you know, dirt was under your fingernails when you watched the French Connection. Like it was a real like gritty urban show for it's like time. Freecan directed that, and The Exorcist. He directed The Exorcist too. This is good though, because what I like about this too is it kind of, what I liked about this Western is it dispelled kind of like there's sort of ambiguous heroes and ambiguous criminals, like it's sort of like it blurs the line. I feel like because basically Eastwood's character is an old hitman, and so he has to get with his partner Ned, played by this is a key scene. Yeah, they caught him.
Oh yeah, it's almost over.
Yeah, this is a key scene because. There's three. It's a young guy, Eastwood, and then Freeman's character are the three assassins that are going to go try to kill this cowboy, and how they're waiting for him to take a shit to come out of because he's
in the outhouse.
He's got to go to the outhouse. So and now
you got the non-threatening Gene Hackman. I'd only be afraid of that gun in his hand. I would be like, as long as we can wrestle that gun away, you can just fucking hit him in his arthritic knee, and he'll go down immediately. He definitely has knuckle arthritis. He's not even gonna fire one shot off before he's just like, God damn it!
But this is
Dolores. Can you get my pills?
But his character's also interesting because he tries to portray himself as this sort of like important man. There's an
Eastwood
author.
Like, I'm in a movie with total pussies.
No, it is. There's good story. I mean, there's good multiple storylines going on in this. See that guy? He's
I would have never let a Negro be in this movie, but that's just me.
No, he was. Well, he and Freeman they acted well together. I mean, he did
that's
Million
all
Dollar
we
Baby
did well together.
Well, he always had black actors. I will say
that Moon Cricket side eyes me every time. That's my favorite racial slur, by the way. Colin Bullock told me that one.
Moon Cricket?
Yeah. That's an old timey guy.
Yeah. I mean, this is a rough scene.
Look at him. He's probably really uncomfortable.
He's writing because this guy Bill, Little Bill, he wants to have a book written about him because he thinks he's this important human person in like the Old West in this small town. He's the sheriff, so he wants a book written about him. And that guy is like, he's just not really liking it.
I feel like this was the tail end of it was the time so we could show people beating a black person with a whip.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, this is,
I've never seen Roots all the way.
No, that's not what you said.
Hell if it ain't.
No, you said Elroy Quincy out of Medicine Hat and Henry Tate out of Cheyenne.
Hell if I did.
I've watched a lot of cowboy shit in my day. Cheyenne was the shit back then.
Yeah.
These boys in Night of the Storm. Strawberry Alice and Silky. Yeah, come on, get those over. Come on.
I think this is a good scene.
And Ned. Them whores are going to tell different lies than you. And when their lies ain't the same as your lies, well, I ain't gonna hurt no woman.
He could make him flinch.
Not gentle like before, but bad.
He's going to whip him even harder. I think that's a good scene.
That was a really boring way to get to that. He talked for a whole minute, and it really just meant like, I'm going to whip you more.
Well, again, you're short attention span. You want to give to you right away.
Gene Hackman is not threatening.
I'm going to hurt you. Okay, so here he goes. See, that's the guy who cut up the prostitute's face. He's got to go to the bathroom now. So they're just wait. So they kind of take this mystery away of like this great cowboy figure. This really brought Westerns back. This is a good Western. Yeah, I changed my opinion on Westerns when I read Lonesome Dove. Lonesome Dove's a great book. Very readable book, too. It's epic. It's like 800 pages. And
I thought we were going to kill the black one. Well, it's a good one. Who's that with him? Fucking Emilio Estevez.
Well, that guy had a little career for a while.
Wasn't Young Guns a Western?
Yes. God, I fucking hate it. It was all
Young Guns was like a Brat Pack.
Yeah, absolutely. It was all like stud actors. Like, I wanted to get the female attention that they were getting. It's like...
Was Young Guns before or after this?
Before this. This came out in 92. Young Guns was in 88.
Okay. Young Guns to me was like Back to the Future was too ruled. So we're going to come out with our own.
This is a big scene.
Crow, it's a legendary movie. They're all big scenes.
This is a good scene.
It's a podcast, though. We have to talk over it.
I know. We got to here we go. It's a big scene right here.
He's shitting.
Yeah, exactly. That's how he gets him.
No.
Kick him. Do something. Well, no, if I was shitting and someone burst in, I would...
I think do you really know what you would do? Do you really know what you'd do?
Kick.
You think you know what you'd do. If that actually happened...
Or, no, you're going to die.
Freeze?
I'd get up, number one.
Because he's shocked by what's going on. That's why I think it's a realistic reaction.
My favorite part about that is that he's in his long john underwear, like a true cowboy.
Yep.
This is no Deadwood, I'll say that.
This is this is an important thing to see. Eastwood's been sober. For over 10 years.
We're gonna shoot these horses.
He was an old drunk. He was an old just assassin. So he can't get on his horse. He's aging. They're showing his age.
Why would you be afraid of any of these people? He can't get on a horse. Well, Gene Hackman looks like an uncle.
Because it's not superhero film. Crying out loud, people are flawed. They have some magic superpower of some chain they wear around their neck that they got from some alien in a different universe, and it's got to happen instantaneously and be fed to me. Jesus Christ, your attention span.
That guy, no, I have problems.
These people are all fucking, they're all dudes of the 19th century.
Attention, again, my problem with that whole time period is that guy's morbidly obese. The other guy cannot mount a horse.
Yeah.
Gene Hackman is 70 years old.
Exactly.
How are these guys strong-arming anything?
Well, that's what makes it compelling. That's what makes it compelling, because they're not like these just stoic great figures. They're flawed men.
They're fat.
And they're coming back
fat
to
and broken. That is not flawed. Is like
best movie.
He's hard to be friends with. That's a flaw. If you're gonna be a robbing cowboy, you need to be able to.
What does he have to have? Does he have some superpower? They learn from some. His parents were somehow teased
Even
by a witch when they were younger, and the spell came into them. And
I read the Blood Meridian. None.
At least need to be able to mount a fucking horse.
They're an old fucking man. That's part of his weakness. And that builds a tension. Like, he's going to get fucking shot because he ain't what he used to be. He's going back for one last hurrah.
In the Blood Meridian?
And that's how it would happen. It would be realistic. You think you'd be all calm at that moment?
Guarantee
you'd be nervous
you,
getting on a horse?
I guarantee you.
You're in your 60s. Ain't going to come easy.
I guarantee
ain't
you,
gonna come
if
easy.
you were fat, they wouldn't let you cowboy with them.
That part.
I just don't know how fat most people were back then.
I mean, everybody's probably a little jiggly. Nobody was Stallone.
I don't think. Yeah, no one went to a gym like that. But
Also,
I don't think
back then, women liked it. There were some fucking fat tubs of shit that were fucking because it made you think like it was a sign of wealth. It made
he could feed
meat.
himself. Yeah,
this guy eats 3 squares a day.
Yeah, exactly. He must be like
I love that time, and I'm just making fun of this movie. By the way,
yeah.
I know, but all of these people were dumb and syphilitic and fat and unhealthy. Us now, if anybody went back in that time, we could beat the shit out of all of these people. They were all 5'4".
Yeah.
And they had osteoporosis.
They had rickets.
They were the weakest people. It's almost a shame that they. Like, how did you that's why you needed strong black people to build the country, because there's no way fucking the Cisco Kid was fucking building this shit.
Yeah, it's think about living back then, man. Like
Chinese built the railroad, black people built every building in America.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, man. Oof. A forced they certainly fucking did agrarian work.
And then these fat obese cowboys just shot each other while everybody did it.
They're trying to forge an identity on the West, man. You had to swing an axe and shoot
if there was a time, I've always said 2 time periods. If I could go back to a time and live this time period and the medieval times, both time periods where you could die of like a cold, but I still think it would be exciting. It wasn't a good time to be.
Yeah. But yeah, your everyday
syphilis was rampant.
Ooh,
and
man.
Deadly.
Oh God, think about that, man.
A plot of Deadwood is that Al Swearingen has a kidney stone.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it like bloats his belly, and then in the last episode he finally pisses
He's gotta
through
pass it. Yeah, exactly.
Well, they have to shove a metal rod into his prick, and like they have to poke it. They have to knock it away from his urethra.
And there's like 3 people holding on to him.
And then he gets up and he launches a bloody piss into his fucking bucket, and they come on Al, come on Al, and you see the little fucking. They don't show his dick, but you see the little calcium fucking thing rocket into the bucket.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you feel so good for him. You know how good it would feel to have 2 weeks worth of piss leak out of your fucking body?
What I was, I had a friend of mine used to get kidney stones. He said he was driving with his wife down to Mississippi. He was in Southern Illinois. They were getting a hotel. And he said they got into the hotel, and like he said, I got a kidney stone. Said that to the woman who was working behind the desk. She's like, son, I've passed the kidney stone, and I've given birth 3 times. I'd rather give birth than have a kidney stone. Like, it is excruciatingly painful. And you know that shit happened back then. You didn't have water to sort of, circulate around your body to stuff would calcify. And
dude, my dad's friend passed one. We picked him up for work the next day, and he had it in a pill bottle. He showed it to us. It looked like a little tiny peanut. Wow. It was amazing. Like, it was small, but I was like, damn, dude, that came out of your dick.
Dick hole, man. Yeah.
He said, he goes, it was one of the funnier things. He was like, I was like, you didn't go to the hospital or anything? He was like, nope. I bit my lip. I punched a hole in my wall, and I pushed.
Whew, Jesus Christ. Yeah, man. I mean, when you're getting kidney stones, that's a sign of like, that's not a.
He did coke and did alcohol. Yeah.
It's your body isn't. Yeah, you haven't.
Probably got the gout too.
Yeah.
If you're getting kidney stones, the gout is right around the corner.
Yeah, the gout.
The gout.
This is a scene you see.
You say the gout like someone who is coming over that you don't want at your house.
The gout's coming over.
You call your mother-in-law the gout.
It's the gout. Yeah, that's funny. That's good.
I can't get on a horse.
But yeah, this is a scene where he lied. He said he killed 5 people. It's the first person he killed. He was lying, boasting about himself.
They're like, look, you're gonna have to snap out of it because you're the only one that can get on a horse.
Well, he's also blind though. He can't see very well. See, and he's waiting to get the money now. They're gonna split up the money because they're gonna get the money from the prostitutes who are right outside of town for killing the guy.
So this movie
he doesn't realize that Ned's.
So this movie makes a point of like these are ineffective people.
Yeah, they're flawed people.
Well,
they're
flawed is
flawed
giving
people.
him credit.
Well, this guy, yeah, exactly. Yeah, they got problems. You know, they got problems. They can't execute certain things. That's what makes it kind of interesting because it's like they're kind of misfits. Here we go. You see, he's admitting his lie. I didn't kill him.
It weren't true.
Now, who's racist? Who is Gene Hackman? Is the racist guy, right?
What?
They're all.
Right? I got a feeling they all.
So Samuel
racist.
Jackson is kind of everybody's enemy here.
But
well, you sure killed the hell out of that fella today.
Hell yeah.
Can I say this, and I hope you agree with me?
Yeah.
His movies are good. Clint Eastwood is not a good actor.
Yeah, it's weird how he has this weird.
He doesn't emote.
Oh, he is.
You did well today, kid.
No, he is. He's Gary Cooper. He's a throwback to that era of Hollywood, of like the strong, tough, silent type. You know, a lot of women like Eastwood because he's a strong, silent.
What
type.
a fucking scam Hollywood was back then. The idea that you can have a performance where your quality in it is he's silent.
Yeah.
What's good about Clint Eastwood? You know that Clint Eastwood guy? You know what he does best? Shuts the fuck up.
But when he does say something, it has import. It has meaning because he's like bludgeoning you over the head.
Because you're like, finally, this guy's talking.
Superpower that has to like, ooh, I can surf on a big giant silver. Ooh, that'd be great.
Look, he's got this retard crying.
Wait, because I didn't do the trigger. See, he's feeling awful about
thing killing a man.
It's a hell of a thing killing a man.
You take away all he's got, and all he's ever gonna have.
Yeah. Oh, I guess they had it coming.
It's in Clint Eastwood's Rider. The wind has to be a blowing every time he talks.
Yeah. There's an atmosphere going on, man. It's happening. You're part of the texture of the scene. He's waiting.
You want a light breeze? No, I almost want it to where you can't hear me talking.
Yeah, it's a 60-40 thing. My voice is 60, the wind's 40. You know, kid. It adds to the fucking the thing.
I used to watch these movies with my grandpa, and he just thought these movies hung the moon.
Yeah,
like he was all about it.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part about The Search. One of my favorites is The Searchers, where John Wayne has to go find the little girl gets captured by Native Americans.
And the little girl is Natalie Wood, right?
And they have to go find her.
So racist.
And it's so racist, but here's the most racist part, is the big shock ending where that's supposed to grab you aghast.
Yeah.
Is that when they finally find her, they're fucking clubbing Indians the whole fucking movie.
Yeah. They kill
and they don't have that. They're just the wrong Indian tribe every time. And then they finally find the actual tribe that has her.
Yeah.
And she is like a part of the tribe. It's like the big shock ending of like, oh, she wants to be one of them. She has like, they treat like, oh, she has Stockholm syndrome.
Exactly. It's like Patty Hearst, you know?
Like they find her and she's wearing Native American garb and fucking cooking bread. And
isn't that kind of what Dances with Wolves kind of was?
They pull her away and she's all freaking out. But I remember being like, how racist that's supposed to be the thing that goes, oh my God.
Yeah.
She likes it.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you believe that?
Can you believe she is like,
I guess.
Can you believe they're feeding her and clothing her and make like as a point, I was just like, maybe they just like found her and were like, hey, let's take care of her.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It's like, oh, this is a stray kid. You know? No.
They definitely kidnapped her.
The Comanche, they also had killed her mother and father.
Yeah.
The scene in Star Wars when they go back and see Uncle Owen, who's been burnt alive, Aunt Jane, Uncle Owen, whatever it is from Star Wars.
Yeah, Aunt Peru.
That scene, they take that's directly taken from that movie.
So the girl who played young Aunt Peru in the movie, in the like episode 1 from the 2000s.
Yeah.
She is in this HBO documentary about that Nexium cult.
Oh,
she was a part of that. Have you heard about that?
Well, yeah. See, here he starts drinking again Because it's the reveal.
Because it's what makes him. I can. If I drink whiskey, I can ride a horse.
Well, he's see, because Ned's been killed.
Who is she beaten by?
Ned is.
Said he was more cold-blooded than William Bonney.
He said he was gonna slug me something good.
Yeah, there's a lot of women getting hit.
He killed a U.S.
A lot of women. Clint Eastwood movies, a lot of women get knocked around.
Oh yeah.
In the 70s, all of the women got knocked around.
That didn't scare Little Bill, did it?
No, sir.
Give me your Schofield.
Or 4-wheel.
Give it to me.
Yeah. Give it to me. I'm gonna blow my head off.
See, he knows because they went out to do this together. He's got a certain honor amongst thieves where his partner got killed, so he's got to enact justice now, you know?
He opens it up and he's like, you have rocks in this gun. There's no bullets. There's no bullets in this gun?
This is not going to work.
Are you really that stupid?
You go along now.
Get your albino eyes out of here.
What about the spectacle and the fancy clothes?
I guess I'd rather be blind and ragged than dead.
I thought it was a Pez dispenser.
I ain't gonna kill you. You're the only friend.
He was just congratulating him for fucking shooting pelts or whatever the other day.
Well, because it was revealed and his character took a turn. His character took a turn because Ned got killed. Morgan Freeman's character got whipped to death, and he's got to now enact some justice on that.
Boy, getting whipped. Now I gotta defend a black guy thanks to you.
Well, no, it's his good friend. You see, they have a real friendship. They bonded through murdering people.
Begrudgingly.
They're old hitmen. You know. They're old Western hitmen. I've never seen the Outlaw Josie Wales. I guess the Outlaw Josie Wales is a very 70s Western.
Pale Rider?
Pale Rider I haven't seen. He didn't. I'm telling you.
Again, he's the same thing in all these movies.
Yeah. He's well, Dirty Harry. He's a little bit different. Dirty Harry is fucking hilarious. The movie should just be called "Why I Hate Hippies."
Can you imagine?
Why I hate hippies.
Can you imagine Dog Day Afternoon with Clint Eastwood playing the guy who wants the sex change operation?
Oh, I can't. I don't want my penis.
My cock off.
I don't want my penis anymore. You know, no, he directed Play Misty for Me. Play Misty for Me is about him being stalked. Jill St. John plays a stalker. That and Fatal Attraction, I have a hard time watching those movies. Having been a victim of stalking, I very much relate to both those movies. Do you know
what it's like waking up in the mind of a woman, but the body of a man?
What am I? I've had to overcompensate I had to become a movie star. You know, that'd be crazy if Eastwood's like, listen, okay, you broke the glass ceiling, so to speak. I got to be a woman now. I'm 91. It's about time.
Do you feel like cutting my cock off? Do you?
That scene in one of the early Dirty Harry movies, it might have been the second one. Maybe it was the first one where there was like a bank robbery. There was a lot of bank robberies going on in like urban America.
It was the main mode of robbery back then.
Yeah. Bank
was the only thing. Banks were the only thing that had money.
You know, and so plus there was a political dimension to it.
You stole people's children.
We're going to rob. We're going to rob money. We're attacking the system, and we're going to use that money to actually fund our revolutionary groups. So, I mean, Eastwood was having none of that. And
I love that
his libertarian gun did not like that.
That's
at all.
my favorite thing about back then. Of like, hey, so and so owes you for the fucking pelt he bought off you, and they were just like, well, let's go kidnap his daughter. That's like what we have to do.
Well, I mean, there was a whole thing in the 70s, early 70s, robbing banks, and that one scene when he has that, it's in Dirty Harry, because they set up his climactic line early when he's going to shoot a black guy. He's like, tell you what, you probably lost count and all the excitement. I think I did too. He's like, do I have 6 bullets or do I have 5? Well, tell me, punk, do you feel lucky?
Old Fred Jones broke into the barn and broke the still last night, Pa. Well, let's go drag their dog with a fucking wagon.
That was justice, That was 19th century justice, That's what you did. You had to take it on yourself.
Well, son, go throw rocks at their water-headed son.
Yeah, I got a feeling there was a lot of birth defects. A lot of women died in labor back then. I mean, those were tough times.
Oh, a lot of preemies.
Yeah.
Just making it through.
Yeah, scraping by.
Scraping by.
hoping you had enough food. Hoping, I mean, it's we're not.
He's
that
premature.
far removed.
When your baby's premature, you set it on a rock for a week, and you just letting it.
You know what I heard?
If it's alive after that week,
it's made it. There was a whole. I had a friend who it was an old wives' tale. He had an uncle who was like this tall guy, big guy, who died. Like, he lived in old age. I guess when he was born, he was premature, and they used to put him in the oven because the oven was warm. That's what they did when he was young, when he was a little kid, and that's how he survived. Jesus. They put him in an oven. I mean, this is like I'm talking. This
I remember
1919 Wisconsin.
I remember I
here,
felt in danger when the power went out. The gas went out. There was something to where the fucking power was out in our house, but we could still light the stove.
Of course, the gas.
And it was the winter. It was fucking freezing.
Yeah.
So my parents turned every burner on the stove on and turned the oven on and just left the door open.
Yeah.
And I remember feeling so in danger.
Yeah. Well, you had to do it, man. You had to do it. I mean, it's man.
So I can imagine putting a child inside of an oven.
Yeah. I mean, they put it, and this is like a stove, I think, from like the 1920s. Because this guy was like, I mean, he was an older guy. He'd lived to a ripe age. I mean, my uncle died. When he was first born, he was premature. They put him in an old stove.
If I'm talking, the wind is a blowing or the rain is a dropping.
Yeah, well, here's where he has to, you see, he's going to take care of business now. This is a long scene. Your attention span won't be able to take this.
Oh, no, I got it.
There's not someone who's been hit by gamma radiation. Oh, God, I have to have...
Crow, I like this movie. I don't only like comic book movies.
I am bullshitting you.
But I love how at this point they know his thing and they're like, we know you want really loud rain. Will you?
Well, this is all part of the drama. You see this. It's a torch parade. They got torches.
Dude, see, this is why that building is going to burn down. That's one thing. If I could go back,
they put a sign on him.
With any knowledge, yeah, that is a man in a casket. With any knowledge I could bring back into these times, I would definitely go back and say, hey, cool it with the open flame inside these buildings.
Well, that's all they had. Well, that's why Standard Oil was such a big deal. They called it Standard. That was the name of it.
Because as someone who has studied your history, a lot of these buildings are going to burn down.
Well, it's all...
Put a cover over the light. You fucking...
The oil... like, that's why oil was so big. It wasn't because of travel, or it was because of lighting. You had oil lamps,
right?
So that's why they had like Standard Oil. That was just the name it was called the Standard because he was a chemist and he was able to make it very stable. Because a lot of those things would just blow up and start fires all the time.
I can smoke opium all night now.
There we go. Being a 19th century opium head, I bet you those were fun times.
Oh, and
I bet you those were good times.
Here's how the times have changed. Opium was different back then because I've smoked opium.
Yeah, I have too.
Back then, it was like heroin.
Yeah.
Like it was basically a smokable heroin.
Yeah.
Because opium now it's like pussy shit.
Yeah.
Like it's like really intense weed.
Yeah, basically.
Not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
So I always, when they're just like, oh, I got an opium habit. Like, all right, what else?
Yeah.
Go to work.
Yeah.
An opium habit. You can do opium at work. The only thing that will get you caught with opium is it smells like incense.
Yeah. Yep.
Like it reeks. It doesn't smell bad, but if you go roll a fucking pin of opium,
yeah,
they're gonna smell it on you.
Yeah.
You're gonna come back smelling like a goddamn Spencer's Gifts.
Yep. This is where he goes and he's killed the one guy.
Armed himself.
I just realized
you just killed an unarmed man. We should have armed himself.
I just realized that you pose no physical threat. But neither do I, so I brought a gun.
I've killed women and children. Killed just about everything that walks or crawled at one time or another. And I'm here to kill you, little Bill. For what you did in that.
I've even killed things that aren't technically alive.
Earlier in the movie, he got Bill kicked the shit out of Clint Eastwood when they first came into town. Because they knew there were assassins coming in, and he just beat the shit out of Eastwood. Eastwood got beat. He was like going to die.
I drew a face on a rock and shot it. So that counts. I killed that rock.
It's a good scene.
He's got one barrel left.
When he fires that, take out your pistols and shoot him down like the mangy scoundrel he is.
The mangy
scoundrel.
See, that's why that Deadwood is good, because they modernized it.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's because that movie's got so many fucks and shits. And they asked him, like, did they really say fuck back then? And he goes, they did cuss. He goes, but cuss words were different. Like he said, he goes, back then, dag nabbit was a legit, it was like saying
motherfucker
fuck.
or something like that. Yeah.
So he was like, they probably didn't say fuck, but there were words equivalent to it that would be laughable now.
Yeah.
Like now calling someone a mangy scoundrel was probably the worst. It was probably like someone calling you cock sucking motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like that was probably the equivalent to that.
Yeah. So that's why I like it.
But that's why but Milch was smart and was like, people are going to laugh at this show if I do that. So I'm just going to modernize it and replace it with modern equivalents. So they say fuck and shit. And
it's a Shakespearean Western. Deadwood's great. I love Deadwood.
It's awesome.
I love Deadwood. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. Absolutely love it. It's such a raw. I also think, Deadwood, I think seriously, it was an outlaw city. It was an outlaw city.
It was before it was a part of the United States.
Yeah, it was truly.
It was its own territory.
And then there was a gold rush that went on because there was a huge depression in the 1870s in the country. Big depression.
Boy, if you wanted gold or a sexually transmitted disease, you come to Deadwood. I don't know if you knew this, Crow. Ain't no law in Deadwood.
Yeah. Well, also, it was going to be, it was Native American land that basically, they're going to keep the Black Hills. But then when they discovered gold, the white man was like, no. We're going to go over here and take it over. We don't care if it's your spiritual land. We're going to take it over because literally there are gold in them, there are hills.
That guy's like, dude, I just run the tilt-a-whirl.
Yeah, he's the writer.
Pick up that rifle. Pick it up.
Oh, he had a gun. Is this that scene?
No.
Oh, no, that's the other guy. Who's the fucking... He kind of looks like Clint Eastwood, but he's an older guy. That's Pale Rider. Pick it up. Pick up the gun. Like, he tells the guy to pick up the gun.
He's in Pale...
and then he shoots him.
Eastwood.
And then he shoots him, and then everybody's shocked, and he was like, he had a gun. He, makes him pick up the gun, so he's defending himself.
Yeah. Letters and such.
That guy looks like he came from 1992.
Who, the guy on the right?
He looks completely out of place.
He was in a couple of... Had a little bit of a streak there. He was in True Romance.
That looks like...
He was in True Romance.
That looks like Dave Odd.
I don't want to go for the bait on that one. I don't want to.
Dude, that's one of my favorite stories of all time.
Yeah. I actually have a certain degree of shame over that one. I think.
Well, he's out. It's not like there's any news.
Yeah, I know. I just because I really fucking came at him hard. That was pretty hard.
Oh, are we talking about the same story?
Yeah.
During the show when you yelled. So the story I've heard is, I think Kenny DeForest told me this story. So me, Crow, and all the Chicago comics give. I'm not gonna. I've said the name, but you're gonna have to go back. There was a guy who started a comedy club who, years before he did comedy, had gotten popped for lunging out of bushes at people.
No, he would go to Northwestern. He would go up to Northwestern, hide behind the bushes up there, and literally go out and grab women's vaginas. He'd grope them. He'd grab their pussies.
So he did that. And then
he did it to 6 different women.
And then he got popped and had to go on the sexual offender list.
Absolutely.
Then he became a startup comedian in Chicago.
He was a comic
started booking
before.
shows.
Yep.
And everybody did his shows.
Yep.
So
when you were new, he gave you a chance.
Oh, it's all the spots. So Crow, I've heard, was doing a show at the club, and it's not going well. And all of a sudden, in the middle of his set, he just stops and he goes, "You guys know the guy who runs this club's a pedophile, right?"
He's a convicted sex offender.
Yeah. And then Kenny just goes, "The lights came on," and Dave was just like, "Everybody's got to go."
Yeah. Here's what it was. That's what I did say, and the lights did come on right away, and I said it on a microphone, but it was a St. Patrick's Day show, and Flannery and Sullivan were doing it, and they were hammered. And we were drinking all day. I was completely drunk.
Yeah, he used to have theme shows all the time. That was one thing that used to make fun of Dave on. Because quite honestly, the sexual offender stuff was almost old news by the time I started doing comedy.
He wanted to make it old news.
I found out about it almost a year into doing comedy.
He is rehabilitated.
But he also, to set up this story, he would do theme shows.
Yeah.
So he had a standard showcase on the weekend, but then he'd also do like Jesus birth, like you'd have to roast Jesus, and like he had a show where the crowd would heckle you and you had to like come back at him. Like
he also had like a weird thing where he wanted to like roast handsome men or something. Like
Saint, you know? But if it was St. Patrick's Day, he would have a St. Patrick show where so I could totally see him making like he would get every Irish comic in Chicago to go up.
Of course. So,
and Flannery and CJ were top at the time, so they probably treated Edge shows.
Oh,
it was called the Edge Comp. They probably it was like an open mic to them.
Yeah, exactly. And they were just like, okay, I'll do it just because I'm gonna get a little bit of money.
Yeah, and then beginning comics like me, that was like, oh my god, I'm doing a show at the Edge.
Yeah, of course, exactly. When you first start, you think it's
to let people know that's how comedy beats you down. In 5 years, you go from, oh my God, thank you so much for this stage time.
Yeah.
To 5 years later, you're one of the better comics. You're just like, oh,
I know.
I got to do that show. That's going to suck.
I know. Absolutely. You know, you want a little more. You want to strive for something better.
Or it's just like someone's going to find out I did this and they're going to think I'm like bad now.
Yeah. God, that weird mind fuck. You know, I know that. So here's what happened. We drive down to the show, and I never take pills. Like
Vikes.
Yeah, I never.
You were on Ludes.
But I took
Crow was on the Ludes, man.
And I was drunk. And I said, hey, I tell you what. Because CJ was like, I don't want to do this show.
Right, I just said.
I said, I don't want to do this show. So okay. Well,
I'm going to be the only one who even has sniffed proper comedy.
So here's what's going to happen. I said, you're going to go, I'm going to start heckling you in the middle of your act. And we want to play it off.
You were doing a plant heckle.
Yeah, exactly. I was plant heckle. I said, and then just you're going to say, oh, can you do it better? And I was, and I'll say, yeah, I can do it better. Because I did it like probably for 3 minutes. We had a pretty good report going, that's not good. I was like hackling him. No, not a good. And then finally I was like, what the fuck? And he was acting up pretty well. He's like, what the fuck is your problem, man? You know, I'm doing my act. And then I was like, I could do a better job than you. And he's like, okay, do it. So I went up and CJ left. And I was like, yeah, the person who runs the show, he's a convicted sex offender. That's how I set it up. That's how I did it. And
so you got one line out.
And lights were up and he was upset. I mean, he was very upset. And then like outside, it was Petrovka.
But then a month later, he asked you to do another show.
No,
probably.
I apologize. You know, I did not apologize to him, but I actually feel kind of somewhat bad about it because it's just like,
hey, he sells, he forages for food now. Absolutely. He's got a good business. He like,
I'm sure he does. You know?
He was on WTTW about it. PBS Chicago.
When he came into the scene in the late 90s, I remember there were not many female comics back then. There were not many.
Oh, no.
There were not. And they were just like,
me,
they were just like, we
all
do
the
not
ones
like
that
this
came
guy.
in, found out immediately.
And they
all did this. That is the one thing, comedy across the board. It's the one thing that annoys me about any comic coming out and being like, this guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And I've even done this.
Yeah.
Comics will talk shit and damn everyone's souls, but you will do their show.
Yeah.
If they ask you to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's anytime a comic wants to protest this guy, I won't work with this person. Yes, you will.
Yeah, of course you will. I know. There was always a lot. I'm not going to go up at the Improv. It's cookie cutter. Now, I remember a guy saying that, and then when you got a slot at the Improv, you went up at the Improv.
I know a couple.
That's what you did.
Seligson, she was like even kind of upsettingly told me because CJ or TJ was doing a spot there and he's got his reputation or whatever, and everybody in the comments of the show were like, this is bullshit, there's a lot of females that deserve time. And Alex was like, I fucking hate that they're booking this guy. And she was like, and I can't boycott the club because I want to be a regular there. So I have to just come here and be upset.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, it's an odd business. It's a weird business, man. It's just not a...
But that's my one thing. Anytime someone truly wants to be like, let's put our foot down.
Kills him at point blank
range. And that's the one thing I say. Are you willing to give up work to take your stand?
Yeah.
Are you willing to effectively maybe end your comedy career?
Yeah.
To change the business for people ahead of you?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just
Because if every female comic did say we won't work your clubs if you put up shitbags, they would not put up shitbags.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're right. You're right. I mean, but that would require comedians to actually be unified on something and not have 14,000 thoughts going through their brain at any moment. I can't connect with this person.
Because even amongst females, there will be one comic being like, this guy assaulted me, and then their friend will be like, shut the fuck up. That's not some 48-year-old fucking broad who started in the 80s. That's not then.
Oh, man, it has changed. The comics are a lot more sensitive now. They're a lot more sensitive.
I was listening to an older guy in professional wrestling, and he said it perfectly. Because there's a lot of people in professional wrestling hate that, like, now in wrestling, since it's kind of been exposed as nobody thinks it's real.
Yeah, exactly.
So now and also the idea of having only big giant people can be wrestlers because they have to look strong and it has to look like so there's a lot of old school wrestling people who hate that, like, all these short, thin, flabby, unathletic people are wrestling now. Like they've opened the business up to everybody now.
They're fans of wrestling. Yeah.
But Jim Ross said something. He was like, what you have to understand is these people were raised differently than us.
Yeah.
Like, we were raised by insane people who grew up in the 20s and 30s. Like, these kids now, they're more sensitive because they grew up with parents who were nice to them and didn't treat them and taught them that you should expect to be treated nicely when you leave this house.
Yeah.
And to some older people, like, it's just like a part of the initiation. You join the wrestling business, we shit in your luggage and we tell you the wrong flight to get on. So you end up in the wrong state and you miss the show. That's a little rib.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that to people now. I'll fucking sue you, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is, I mean, I kind of get it, but it's also like, come on.
Like, you're making me miss work because you want to laugh, dude. I'll fucking end you, motherfucker. And older people look at that as a pussy trait. I look at that as like, you want to fuck with me, dude?
Yeah.
I'll end you, you old fucking dinosaur.
Well, the whole thing now, the game has changed too. The online crap, you can get canceled,
See, but canceled is for only for people who already dislike that person.
Yeah.
I'm talking about real, like, I'm going to tell someone about what, like, the whole idea of when your boss is fucking with you and it's seen as like this pussy move to, like, tell on them. But, like, sometimes you gotta go ahead and be like, hey, this guy's fucking with me every day. He's a piece of shit. He calls the Indian guy a fucking dothead every day. You need to get this guy out of here.
Yeah. So should we do the first half?
If you want to, you want to end it on fucking a racial slur, we could do that. We're gonna take a break. We got a soliloquy happening. Is it like what everything that happened after?
Yeah, exactly. And there was nothing out of the.
Well, this is because the Cowboys did so little in this movie that they had to do so much more off camera.
Listen.
After this movie ended, real cowboys came into town and actually fixed things.
Yeah, he directed this. I think he won director, movie, and actor.
Remember, this is one of this movie.
This is like a big sweep.
I remember an early off and on Oscar memory was this. All right, we'll be back, guys.
103.8 FM, Talk Radio.
You could have parachuted in overnight and easily, quietly subdued. No, not them. Something more with that. They wanted to kill Christians. Well, guess what? They got to keep killing them now. They got a fight on their hand of a lifetime. And spiritual war, when they come into it like that, it ain't going to end for them like that. And I ain't got to be there. Like I said, it's going to go on. It ain't me. It'll be the next. They're going to attack the next individual that's trying to do right because these people have been wrong. They serve the devil. It ain't a matter of you being wrong and them,
Stop requested. Please
serving justice. It's a matter of you being right.
Watch your step when exiting the bus.
And against their idea of living. The world order system.
All right, we're back.
Back for the second half, people. As you know, people, with our show, we try to have a format. We try to follow. We like this week in television history, this month in television history. We do that. I like to do a little Hello Larry that anchors us. The intro song anchors us.
I want to start.
But there's a topic I want to get to.
Oh, we can get into that.
And I don't know how to feel about the debate, and I don't know how to feel about Trump with COVID.
He got COVID.
It is a cherry on top. The cascading effect of bad that's been going on is getting to this crescendo. I feel, it's pretty amazing. It's
when you said crescendo, "Smooth Criminal" by Michael Jackson played in my head.
I think I did that pretty well.
That's what I love about these Addams Family is it's consistent across the board. Everything they own is deceased. The golf balls aren't white.
Yeah.
Decent lawn. You'd expect it to be more dead than that.
There's pretty good set design on this.
Where do you think this is? That's L.A., right? They have some hill. They live on top of some hill.
Yeah, this is some studio somewhere. The fact that his name is Uncle Fester.
See, that's where they.
Fester is his name.
That's where they have trained. I didn't get that until way later in life.
Yeah. I remember when I realized it, I was like, that's such
a wound.
Yeah, Fester. You just said Fester. It's like, oh God.
Because Fester is not just smell. It's like it's been sitting there for a while.
Yeah, and flesh is getting eaten away at it. It's
one time when I was
you lose a limb when you fester.
One time when I was a kid, I used to make bologna sandwiches.
Yeah.
And then I had a lunchbox, and I would make a sandwich, put it in a lunchbox, close the lunchbox, carry it to my room, and then eat it in 15 minutes because I loved lunchboxes. I was a special little boy.
Yeah.
But then one time I fucking just forgot about it. You know me with my memory.
Yeah, exactly. You forgot your lunchbox?
I was just fucking. I got caught up in Underdog because I used to watch Underdog. I would come home from school, kindergarten, 1991. I think I remember 92 because I remember her writing the year on the board, and I think I remember her writing 92 at some point.
Wow. I was a college graduate.
Come home, I would make a bologna and ketchup sandwich.
Oh man!
On white bread.
Bologna and mustard. I'm a bologna mustard guy. Yeah. I love a bologna sandwich. I like a bologna sandwich. I do.
It's really good. The poor man's fucking salami.
Yeah, I'll eat a bologna sandwich.
Dude, when we started buying salami, I was just like, my grandparents are getting Social Security now.
Yeah, exactly.
They got salami money. Hard salami cash.
I gotta admit it, man. I know that when you get quality meats,
Yeah.
Quality meats, absolutely.
So I made this sandwich, and because I was too young, I didn't have lunch. I was in kindergarten, and I was jealous of my sister that she had. Remember the lunch boxes that had graphic pictures on the front? It would be a colored lunchbox, and it would have the cover of the new Ninja Turtles movie.
Wow,
dude! If you didn't have those lunch boxes, you were a fucking reject.
I was the first generation to really get into the lunchbox.
Those and LA Gears, dude.
Yeah. You were top notch.
You needed that. Yeah. Maybe a Nash skateboard.
I remember. Oh man, I tell you what. That's one thing I always. I think I said this before. I've admitted this. I've been not ashamed, but bummed out about. The skateboarding culture was a culture that I think I would have been into when I was a teenager. Yeah. And I just and there were skateboard. There was a little scene in my town in Wisconsin. There was 8 or 9 guys who were
Do you think because your parents were in the government, you just had a squarer existence because you were just like, well, my parents aren't that cool, so it's not like you don't even. It's not like you had the.
THC speaking right now, Keith, but this is hilarious. But go ahead. I'll keep going.
Oh no.
There was never a thought of something. My parents are a bit square, so therefore I won't do skateboarding because it wouldn't be approved.
Or maybe it just didn't appeal to you because you were like, well, I just.
You know what it was?
That wasn't.
I sometimes hung out with those guys. What it was, the skateboarding kids would go down to the university, which it felt you were a little more mature when you were down there.
I just imagine little Adam Crocious with his rat tail and his glasses
I didn't have glasses.
You go skateboard, I'm going to go read books.
No, I didn't do that. I was a physical kid.
I'm going to go jerk off to Steve Sable, talk over football.
But there was a whole... but the whole... No, I did not do that. I did not do that. I did not do that. So we were saying that
because my mom was wild. She got pregnant when she was 21. When we were of that age to start going out and like, I remember she would have like she watched the X Games when I was a kid. Like,
yeah.
Just me going out and skateboarding and getting into all that shit. It just was around in the environment.
Definitely.
My mom was a freewheeling like person.
Yeah, good for her. Because I know for myself,
or as my dad would say, a whore.
Oh, there we go. Exactly.
No, I'm just kidding. Again, my dad watches. I'm just joking.
Okay.
But you did say those things.
But I just remember with skateboarding, because there was a scene in the 70s. I was scared of it. I was kind of a gawky kid, so I was afraid of falling down. That I wouldn't be. I was a BMX kid, though. I saved my money.
I had a BMX bike.
I had a BMX bike. I had a BMX bike for about a 3-year period there, like early teen, right before you're going to hit puberty, you know? Seriously.
Did you ever have someone sit on your handlebars while you rode them?
Absolutely. And I learned a few tricks with it.
Pegs a thing of your time? You put the pegs on the wheel so people could stand on it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Get those soup can ones?
Yep.
Those big boys.
Yeah, absolutely. I was a BMX guy.
Did you come from the time where you still putting baseball cards in the spokes?
I never did that.
I did that once when I was a kid. Because I used to have... Here's
such an old school... Back in the 20s,
was back in 95.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like perfect childhood for me.
Yes.
92, I was still blocking out childhood.
Yeah.
93 is when shit really starts clicking.
Yeah, the brain's advancing.
92 spotty. Yeah. 91, forget about it.
Yeah, one thing I will say that we have in common with the 90s is, for me, because it was post-Cold War, and having the Cold War being this daunting thing, it was a pall over everything to me. I hated the Cold War. The threat of nuclear annihilation was on my mind. Oh,
that's another thing. I want to watch The Day After on this show.
Oh God, I could not watch The Day After. I was so afraid and scared of nuclear war. I could not watch The Day After. They were literally hyping The Day After because it was going to come out in the summer, but they couldn't get the editing done because it was a 4-hour made-for-TV movie. That's how long it was. So they had to get the post editing, so the post shoot, blah blah blah, whatever. They had to do that so they had it released in November. In November was when it actually came out. So they literally were hyping this thing. I swear to God, they were commercials in March. I'm not lying. They were literally hyping this thing 7 months before it was actually on. Here we go. We are grateful to the people of Lawrence, Kansas for their participation and help in making this film. Do you know how many people watched The Day After?
I think you said like 47 million.
No, it was like 130 million people.
So this movie, for short, it's about the day after a nuclear attack.
Yeah, exactly. Nuclear war actually happens. 1983 this came out, that was truly that was the big, like the true trough of the Cold War. 83, Reagan coming in. The Republicans we're going to fucking finish off the Soviet Union. We're going to outspend them. And their economic system is rickety and weak, and we're going to just... And so 83 to me was at the real, like, the trough. And then after that, there was a bunch of death going on over there. All the premiers changed, and then Gorbachev.
Is this when they're launching the missile?
Well, there's political tension. The Warsaw Pact, which was the counterbalance to NATO, has actually chose to invade Germany. So it starts in Europe. The war happens in Europe, and that sets off the cascading set of events.
So, Crow,
nuclear war.
I made this sandwich after kindergarten one day.
Yeah.
And I put it in the lunchbox.
Yeah.
Because I had one.
Yes.
Because, of course, and classic Pazel style.
Forgot about it.
No, it was a garbage fucking hand-me-down one with like the good ones were like clean plastic, the kind that killed dolphins.
Yeah.
Like real good fucking...
Yeah.
And like a graphic over it. This one, plastic with a sticker on it that was peeling off. It was like a Care Bears one. Handle... with like the metal rungs clipping the plastic handle.
Yes.
It looked like I was fucking Laura Ingalls Wilder fucking walking. But so I didn't take it out of the house because I was ashamed.
You were ashamed.
But I used to transport food back and forth. And I made this bologna sandwich. I'd come home from kindergarten. I'd watch Looney Tunes and Underdog and Flipper.
Yeah.
Flipper was awful. I watched Flipper en route to Underdog. It's the only fucking reason.
Look at the cast. Jason Robards is in this. Jo Beth Williams is in this. John Lithgow is in this. Molly definitely Ringwald. So yeah, this is Lunchbox.
So I fucking put the sandwich in there and I forgot about it. Underdog was good or something.
Steve Gutenberg.
I got caught up in Phineas J. Whoopi's fucking excursions.
Yeah.
And then 7 months later, we smell something. I open up this lunchbox. The entire inside of the lunchbox was mold.
Yeah. It was like that scene.
It was like a science experiment.
It was in Creep Show. You know, remember Stephen King, his character?
There were like things inside of it.
Yeah.
I had just told, and then when I opened it up and saw it, it hit me.
Amy Madigan. Yeah.
I'd forgotten about it until the very moment that I opened up that thing. Like it hit me. Me making the sandwich, going to the living room, all came back to me.
You know, I wonder why. You know, what psychology does that, you know?
I was born of alcoholic sperm.
Yeah.
My mom was 21, so she probably didn't have everything developed.
Yep.
She did her best, though. They both did their best.
Oh, hey, if you can get to that point with your parents, tell you something. That's actually a good thing. No, seriously. As a point of maturity, you just went up a notch. If you can get to that point with your parents where you're just like, they did the best they could. For me, I was able to forgive them. Me forgiving, see, that's Kansas City.
Yeah.
It's Chiefs.
Arrowhead Stadium.
Right there, Arrowhead.
The totally politically correct Arrowhead
So
Stadium.
it's Kansas City. You know, they really steep this in like Central America. You know what I mean? This is like... But you're close to a city, and they're going to nuke cities.
That's my favorite thing about the Chief, because everybody's like the Redskins are no more. So anytime I'm just like, the Kansas City has absolutely nothing to do with Native Americans anymore, Chiefs. Absolutely nothing to do anymore. We don't do the tomahawk chop at all.
This was a sophisticated, like, ooh, it's a sophisticated city, you know, like. You're out in the park. Everyone's
it's where
good.
Fucking families live.
You know, again, this is, you know, we're making the setting of what it was like before the day after.
Oh my God! Did you write this? See, I did it right there. Oh my God! Did Nicholas Meyer direct this?
Yeah, I think Meyer had a few of the. I mean, this was a fucking big show.
Dude, we would do that to
read the Wikipedia. Okay, we put it on page and read the Wikipedia, man, because it's going to validate. You know. The effects are so bad. The effects are really dated. But again, the Cold War didn't have an imprint on you. So you and I have something in common.
It was the
90s. The 90s was the last.
Do you want to know my connection to the Cold War is in my history books. The last chapter always said, the Cold War, 1990 to the present. Like it was like that was like it was always the last. It was the beginning of the last chapter of the last in my history book. They would talk about the wall going down and shit.
Yeah, it's modern.
It covered like the late 80s into where we were into the futuristic time of the year 2000.
Yep.
Silverchair wrote a song about it.
High school?
Huh?
Your books didn't cover 9/11 in high school?
No, not 9/11. Did I say 9/11?
No. You said.
I'm asking. Did they not?
I think there might have been a blurb.
Yeah. Well, I mean, probably.
But they didn't change our history books.
We had a whole chapter, like the year after 9/11 happened, they scrapped all of our history books.
Really?
No.
Interesting.
No, hell no. We didn't. What the fuck? We can't afford to do that.
Yeah.
Our history books were from 1997.
You know,
before that, way before that, they were like the spines were chipped up. Like you had to put book covers on.
No, I remember getting old books. I
remember I worked at my school in the summer.
Yeah.
And we went in the room where all the books for the English classes were.
Yeah.
Like where fucking Funny Farm and all that shit is. And it was all fucking Penguin copies from like the 70s. I was just like, this is pathetic.
Yeah.
Like we have no new books. We have the first edition Super Fudge.
Jesus.
Over here.
Bad. So with that in mind, it's 1983. Reagan's budget cuts have happened. They've pulled the military budget.
More than 100
million. The country is mortified about nuclear war.
So more than 100 million people and 39 million households. So the way ratings work real quick is there's households and then there's people, and they account for basically a household probably has one or two people watching.
Yeah, it's probably about 3 or 4.
Because they say if the TV's on, then the kids are probably in front of it. So they add 2 or 3 people per household.
Yep.
So so it's 39 million households, 100 million people, 46 rating.
Yeah.
With a 62% share of the viewing audience during its initial broadcasting. It was the 7th highest rated non-sports show up to that time and set a record for the highest rated television film in history, a record it still held as recently as 2009.
Yeah. It also just shows that there was only 3 television stations, you know what I mean, or 3 networks, so it was, and maybe 1 independent station.
Russell Oakes, Dr. Russell Oakes.
Yeah, it's a long one. I mean, yeah, it's a long Wikipedia.
I love how 2 hours was like epic back then.
Well, it was 4 hours.
Well,
actually.
that's with commercials.
Yeah, you know what they did during this too? They would have a break.
How does that make you feel, Crow?
What?
They threw 2 hours of commercials at you.
Yeah, well,
because I have it right now on YouTube, full movie without commercials, 2 hours and 6 minutes.
Maybe. Yeah.
There's no maybe, Crow.
Yeah,
this is the whole movie.
So what I can tell you what they had breaks in the middle of it, and Ted Koppel like hosted a panel of like Henry Kissinger was on it, Elie Wiesel, like all these heavyweight to discuss nuclear war. Elie Wiesel's comment was, "Well, now the entire world feels Jewish." That was his comment, you know.
Ooh, look at this fucking smooth guy. We're gonna die because Jesus hates us.
I mean, yeah.
What did I tell you?
Will this bomb go off already?
Well, you see, there's a buildup.
See, but I figured the movie would immediately start.
No, because see, again, you want the magic superpower to be coming down from the moon.
The movie's called The Day After.
Well, they're building it up. It's a slow buildup. It takes a while.
The buildup is nuclear war. The movie's called The Day After.
Yeah, well, they're building up to the conditions that create nuclear war. But that looks like Iowa to me. You know, it's a little hard scrabble. It's a tough.
I love how that's how you know the Midwest. That looks like Iowa.
It does. Well,
that is not Kansas.
And they want to like his shirts untucked. Who is that? Ryan O'Neal?
I'll be darned if that's Kansas.
That dude, he's been in stuff.
Looks like Radar O'Reilly.
He was in a Soldier Story. Yeah, I mean, they had some actors here. I mean, they had I'm
going to go away just to go in this day. We're going to cover a little bit of this day in history.
Sure.
But we'll go back to it.
It's all good.
It's on. Just know it's on.
Good.
I can't find of anything better to talk about the election and the president getting COVID than a movie about nuclear war.
I mean, again, this next week with Trump, right? They say, I talked to my uncle today. He says the incubation period is 4 to 8 days. You know, he's a former doctor. He's like, it's 4 to 8 days. So he could feel fine and be relatively asymptomatic, and then it could just blow up on like Tuesday, you know? So it'll be interesting to see how this unfolds.
Jesus Christ, listen to these shows. So on this day, this is September 28th. I've gone back to, I believe, Monday.
Yeah.
Sometime earlier this week. We're not scientists here, guys. 1955.
In case you were wondering.
First World Series color TV broadcast on NBC. The Yanks beat the Dodgers.
In what year?
55.
Yeah.
That was those fucking...
Yep, the Dodgers won that year.
Those Yankee Clipper years when fucking... Old Joe DiMaggio was all
DiMaggio wasn't there yet, I don't think.
Was that the Mick? Was that...
that was young Mickey Mantle.
Young Mick?
Young Mickey Mantle.
DiMaggio was after Mickey Mantle?
No, Mickey Mantle was after DiMaggio.
So DiMaggio was the 40s, right?
Yeah, he was more the 40s, like I think late 30s.
I think that the Yankees had a dynasty in like every decade.
Oh, they're an annoying team. But yeah, what else? What else?
We have Racket Squad, TV crime drama, last airs on CBS, 53. Listen to the names of these shows. Bob and Ray Show, TV variety, airs last on NBC.
When was that?
53. This is all 53.
Oh, wow.
They were just throwing fucking comedy. Billy O'Shaughnessy over here. Fucking Jackie O'Reilly's Comedy Hour. Here's an Italian in a suit.
Yeah, what a time to live, man. Like post World War II, when America had truly won the war and was by far the most dominant economic
Johnny
power.
Carson had a show pre-Tonight Show.
Yeah, absolutely.
That aired in 56.
Yeah, he did.
What else? Hennessy, 1959, debuts on CBS.
That had to be like a Western, like Gunsmoke kind of competition.
Hazel debuts on NBC, 1961. My dad references Hazel constantly. Hazel's a maid. It was a maid show. She was like the housekeeper of a family.
Hazel,
and kooky stuff happened. Kooky stuff.
The whole idea of like, hey, we'll just do that. Dr.
Kildare. These are all references my parents made. Millionaire. I love, dude, the 50s and 60s, they were just throwing television shows at you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm Dickens, he's Fenster. Debuts on ABC. What is that? He's Fenster. Holy shit. Blue collar carpenters, one married, one single, find themselves in conflict with their boss. Oh my god!
Just a couple of carpenters, like
Oh, look at that! Look at that look!
Trade.
Look at that look!
Oh! On a day after. Oh yeah, man. I mean, this is when I first remember. Like, it's Jason Robards.
Look at those glasses.
I remember this. I mean, because I was a teenager. I was a 13 or 14.
Were you like, she's dreamy?
No. But the bangs, that hairstyle, that shirt, like the preppy look. It was, we're trying to get out of the 70s. We're trying to get into bright colors. We're trying to get into pastels.
Is she the one? Right away, I'm getting the vibe of like. Are they aware of nuclear war at all yet?
Well, yeah, because the events haven't unfolded in that direction yet. So again, it's the whole thing. Hey, it's going to make it more dramatic when you're the day after because it's idyllic now, and our problems aren't really that bad, aren't they, Petty? But we're all living under the shadow of a nuclear.
I really
mushroom.
pulled this up to watch this real quick. This is. Oh shit.
Hey, Mac.
Oh, dude, fucking Patty Duke, Dobie Gillis. That's like, or I remember I used to watch TV all day. I remember I'd be at my grandma's and Nickelodeon would end. And the last thing Nickelodeon would show before Nick at Night started was Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yeah.
And then the Patty Duke show would start. Fucking Dobie Gillis. And fucking what else? And Bob Newhart. I like Bob Newhart.
Bob Newhart was a good show in the late 70s. It's based in Chicago.
So this is I'm Dickens, he's Fenster. This is this.
I'm Dickens, he's Fenster. This is a front. We're repressed homosexuals.
I'm Dickens, he's Fenster. Starring John Aston.
That is. That's John Aston. That's Nicole Aniston's. No.
Henry.
Yeah, he's also the original Fester or Gomez Adams from the show.
Yes, it's not Jennifer Aniston. I wanted to say it, but it's not.
No, John Aston. Is the original fucking Gomez Adams.
Oh yeah, exactly. You're right. You're right. Yep, exactly. No, you're right on that. Exactly.
But Jennifer Aniston's dad is also it's John Aniston.
Yeah, exactly. It's I got my.
Yeah.
Line, my wires crossed.
No, you're dumb. It's fine.
I'm Stony Baloney. This is the lead-in?
Created and produced by Leonard Stern.
Who's never gonna work again in show business. Look, they put two handles on the door, Crow, because they're... I'm Italian, he's retarded.
Listen to this music. What? I mean, you know what I guess? On I Dream of Jeannie, Larry Hagman was tripping balls. He did LSD all the time when he was acting on that. Isn't that hysterical? How bizarre is that? You know? He would just be tripping balls.
See, here's a guy with a sense of humor. Hi. I want to tell you a funny story.
I mean, how many sitcoms still have this feel? It's crazy.
It's hilarious.
It's a bomb.
Aren't you decide who's right? Listen to this and tell us what you think.
I think I'm going home, is what I said.
It's all like Catskills and shit, you know?
Stay here and listen to this joke.
What joke? It's a bomb.
It's funny. I'm laughing just thinking about it. A man walks into a psychiatrist's office. He says, can a man be in love with an elephant? The doctor says no. The man says, well, you know where I can get rid of an engagement ring this big? Well?
What do you say? What was the punchline?
Well, with an elephant? A man walks into a psychiatrist's office. He says, can a man be in love with an elephant? The doctor says no. The man says, well, you know where I can get rid of an engagement ring this big? Well?
What's the line?
He just says it too fast.
Get rid of an engagement off. Thinking about it.
Listen to the joke.
A man walks into a psychiatrist's office. He says, can a man be in love with an elephant? The doctor says no.
Okay. Man walks. Can a man be in love with an elephant?
Yeah.
And then doctor says no, and then this is what the punchline.
The man man says, well, you know where I can get rid of an engagement ring this big?
Because he has already asked an elephant to marry him.
Oh. Okay.
It's just a bad joke.
Yeah.
You're not missing anything.
Yeah, I know. Maybe I am.
This is why I'm Dickens and he's Fenster. Did not get renewed.
I say my punchline's too fast.
I went into a psychiatrist's office, and he said to the psychiatrist, can a guy be in love with an elephant? And the psychiatrist says, no.
He's in his armor and shit.
Says, well, in that case, can you tell me where I can get rid of a ring, an engagement ring, this big?
Oh, my God. It's so bad.
Yeah. That's a young Phil Silvers.
Yeah, no, that would be like me if I tried to act right now. My acting is, I could never act. I was not a good actor. It's not a skill of mine.
Good idea.
Banana, playing table tennis.
Boy. How about that? Isn't that great? That's too great.
Thank God there are no Jews in this garage right now.
No, I think it's all Jews, actually.
Oh, yeah.
It's showbiz, my friend.
Look at that hat. Idiots wore hats.
Yeah, exactly.
You mean we playing competition?
And you can see Gomez is a little more hip. He's got a black
That guy looks
T-shirt
like
on.
Kevin Pollak. That is 1950s Kevin Pollak.
Uniforms, fun representing the company, fun seeing...
Company man, you're bald.
Look at that.
Here we go. Let's put on Day After.
Of course, choosing Boston wouldn't have anything to do with what's his name?
Gary. What's his name?
Starting Tough Metal.
Robards' career is very much.
I didn't know his name's
Humphrey
Jason
Bogart.
Robards. I've seen him in a lot of shit.
Oh, he was in Parenthood. Oh, he's a known.
He plays Buzzkill #1 in everything.
Wait, he played a good dying character in Magnolia. He was the guy who was dying in Magnolia. You know?
Oh yeah.
I mean, his acting. They put him back to. I think he was married to Lauren Bacall after Bogart died.
She has a perfect set of what I call 80s boobs.
Let's take a peek here. There's a reason why she was cast.
Like, bras were not made to make cleavage back then.
Yeah, they weren't.
It was literally just to keep it off your stomach a little bit.
Yeah.
So 80s boobs are low set, but you can see you see it just, and it's low.
Yeah.
But you can tell they're wearing a bra.
Yeah.
You can see it through their shoulder pads.
I remember when girls started to wear like training bras, like in the 6th grade, and
I remember
beginning to notice, like, oh,
I went to.
I knew I liked girls, but
one summer, me, my mom, and my sister went to the Fashion Bug, and we bought bras for my sister, and it was weird.
Yeah, that'd be an.
I was just sitting there amongst women's clothes.
The Henry Farm, 20 miles southeast of
Sweet Sage, Missouri. Is that a real place?
It's got to be. This is.
I love how they thank the people. Thank you for letting us make your home a nuclear wasteland.
Yeah, it was. This was a major television event. I couldn't watch it. I made a promise to myself if I never saw a commercial. This is a phase I was at with.
Oh, you were just so terrified.
I was so terrified that I said I don't want to watch any commercials. I didn't watch ABC for like a month. I didn't watch any ABC shows because I didn't want to see any commercials.
What else was on ABC? What were you missed? Were you pissed? Like fuck?
No, because ABC was
I can't watch Night Court now.
Yeah, no, Night Court was NBC. NBC started taking over in the 80s, which was hilarious because it was the bad network in the 70s. CBS was the network of the 70s. Okay, that was in the ABC had your Aaron Spelling shows.
What was that on?
CBS. It was on CBS.
That was All in the Family.
Yes, that was CBS. Yes.
Norman Lear ran that shit.
Yes, absolutely. Maude and all that crap.
Chico and the Man.
Chico and the Man was actually, I think, ABC, but then everything was, I think that was it. No, it was NBC. Chico, don't be discouraged. We're going to pop that on.
Oh, boy, look at that. Hello, Miss Jones. She's wearing her straw hat. They're really fucking country bumpkin this shit.
Yeah, absolutely. They're trying to ground it, and you see, I'm going down into the nuclear silo right now. This is what you do. I mean, War Games was a War
Games. My dad loves War Games.
War Games is a good movie.
It's okay. And it's not even a hate thing. I just was again ruined to it because by the time I saw War Games, like the computers it was just kind of like it kind of just took me out of it.
Yeah,
it was almost like how I never really got into Popeye until we watched it on this podcast because I was just like, this just looks so ridiculous. Like when I would watch War Games as a kid, I would just immediately be like, well, they're clearly not Like those are dots on a screen.
Yeah.
Like they're.
Oh, that.
But I get the tension of it because, like, I get the impressiveness of creating tension with no actual footage of war.
Yeah.
Like the tension is
there's the buildup. It's all
are they
build
coming?
Up.
Are they not coming?
Yep.
Because the whole movie basically takes place in a computer room, right?
Well, it takes place in NORAD, where they have like their, the Air Force has, has their bunker under, a mile of.
See, that's a perfect example right there of why I can't get on board with 4 dudes who can't ride a horse because I saw movies about children who get into NORAD and create nuclear war. Those are the people I admire, not the ones who were feeble and broken and couldn't ride a horse.
It was dispelling the myth of the undefeatable hero of the West. It made them more vulnerable characters. Not just the stoic John Wayne
like
model. John Wayne cast a shadow over the Western man. I mean, he cast a shadow over.
It was the movie version of when you're trying to gun down a meth head. And it just keeps coming at you. By
the way, look at that interior design. It is so fucking 83. There was still a bit of the 70s in it.
Looks like my grandma's couch.
Exactly. Absolutely. There was still a little bit of the 70s going on with earth tones. By 84, it had truly been obliterated. Earth tones. It was all bright colors and big hair and stuff.
Big hair. By the way, Robards never aged. I remember him.
He was always old. He was
always that.
Yeah.
And always just like, is he the dude who hates dancing in fucking Footloose? He seems like the guy.
Lithgow who's in this. Lithgow is in this. I've met John Lithgow.
Again, by the way, Footloose, another movie I despise.
I think is that the mom from No. She's a little.
She's in something.
I thought it was that woman Hope Lang from E.T., but she was
Special Report.
See, here it is.
Special Report. Something boring that is going to pay off in 2 hours just happened.
The action follows reports earlier this evening of widespread rebellion among several divisions of the East German Army. To repeat, East Germany tonight sealed off the borders to
East Germany,
closing the 4 principal.
His language, I know nothing of.
Yeah, exactly. Again,
even to this day,
Cold War.
You can finally clear something up for me, Crow.
Yeah.
The country was divided.
Correct.
And also the city of Berlin was divided.
Yes, and Berlin was in the eastern part.
Now, is that all only because Berlin lies centrally in Germany?
No. Berlin is actually in the eastern part of Germany.
They gerrymandered.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Or Berlin. They fucking snuck it in.
Yeah, they made that part of it western.
Because they talk about East and West Berlin like it's a completely separate country.
No.
Because it's the country's capital.
Yeah.
And so when the country split, they each took a part of the capital.
Yep.
Even though it's not centrally located.
Yep. Exactly. So there was an island in there. That's why the Berlin airlift, like Stalin tried to, he blockaded it. But, NATO, for a year, they flew in food for a year. And then eventually the Soviet Union just quit doing it.
I know of it because up until the wall fell, West Germany was the main, like the German soccer team we have now is basically the remnants of West Germany's national team, right?
Yes,
Beckenbauer and shit like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
East Germany was garbage. Yeah. So basically,
that's where Putin learned
through soccer, and
his craft.
You might even be able to inform me a little bit history-wise. Through soccer, I have learned East Germany got dogged on, dude. Like all the good soccer leagues were in West Germany.
Yeah, of course.
All the bad leagues were in East Germany.
Of course. Yeah.
East Germany to this day has not had a consistent champion.
Yeah.
It just seems like when I read through the history of German soccer, like the East German, like I never even read about the East German national team.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, they also, again, because of communism, that was where the Cold War was still going on pretty hardcore there. That's where Putin learned his.
I think the Bundesliga was West Germany's team.
Yeah,
was West Germany's league for a while because it started in '65.
Also, more people in West Germany versus
East Germany had the Oberliga. And the Oberliga was just as popular, but it was a completely separate league.
Yeah, I could see that. You read about it. There's a real inferiority complex. Like East Germans are sort of looked at. It's like people from the South here or something like that. You kind of look down on it or something like that. They're a bunch of hicks.
All those cats in Leipzig down on their luck.
It's also the economy is not. It's really post-industrial. Yeah, let's watch this here.
Has been condemned by NATO foreign ministers as a blatant, unconscionable
Donald Trump has pulled out of NATO.
Jolene!
Are they about to make love? Ooh.
Jolene.
Jolene.
Open this door right now. I'll never talk to you again.
You make me fall with curls in my hair ever again.
This guy was like a ubiquitous. I think he was in Northern Exposure.
Girls, I'm in here drinking my warm milk, learning about the world.
I'll tell you something. When I want to sleep sometimes, Keith,
doesn't it put you down?
It helps.
Well, here's what you didn't know, Crow.
It calms me.
It's an old mother's remedy that you warm up the milk and then you put heroin inside of it, and that's what actually puts you to sleep.
A little bit of honey, and I found it to be very therapeutic. It
Crush up some Vikes in there, a little bit of Zanny honey.
Exactly, and then fly high. No,
some lewds, Crows on those lewds.
We're actually, so we haven't been able to talk the debacle. Okay, the debate. The debate.
What a better time! What a better thing to talk about. We're going to be leading up to nuclear war.
It's
in this conversation as well.
Yeah, God. Well, they say like the nuclear clock.
Well, because it would be almost boring if we just only had the debate to talk about. But then, so the debate happens. It was a total shit show.
Yeah.
Trump interrupts the whole time.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Which I was telling you off air. You're finally seeing how necessary he has a crowd, because even the next day after the debate, he got some heat because he had his dumb fuck crowd in front of him.
Yeah.
Even Biden, even the Democrats, when you can get in front of a crowd of people, Biden made the good move of ignoring old boy and fucking speaking into the camera.
I was going to say, I think if they have another debate, which now I think is in question, really in question. Well,
they'll just move it up. Crow, are you kidding me? They want to have 7 of these things now.
Well,
even though people are shitting on them, look at the after ratings of people watching clips. As much as people shit on it, as they dog on it, as much as it embarrasses you, most of the people, and I'm not saying you or me or anyone in this room, most people in this world want to watch him be a child.
Yeah. No, I think there's some people who definitely like that. No, a lot of people don't.
And the people who do more than anybody are the people running those TV networks.
We make no money.
Yeah.
We make no money from running debates.
Oh, dude, can you?
It is.
That would be the biggest.
No, it is a poo throwing contest.
That would be the. Do you guys legitimately make money off ratings? Like if they said like, hey, everybody watch CBS during that debate, we're giving you $1 billion.
No, because there's no advertising during the debate.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is just
public service.
Because that was his brag the next day of like, look at the ratings we got.
God.
Like he talks about ratings like it's generating money for the country.
Oh, I know. No, it is. Again, it's.
Then he got COVID.
God.
Then first the NFL got COVID. Then Trump got COVID.
God. It's
so Cam Newton's got it. All of the Tennessee Titans have it. Here's something I was thinking today. Everyone on the right talks about how look at these left cities. They're falling apart. There's murder in the streets.
Yeah.
Look at all these Republican states.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Drowning in fucking COVID.
Of course.
Find me outside of LA, and we're highly populated. We're gonna have insane numbers.
Yeah.
But places like Tennessee, there's not a lot of people.
Yeah. So the percentages
they
are probably
shouldn't be
higher.
having these fucking mad outbreaks.
Yeah.
And if people want to talk all that shit about freedom and having the choice to do all this and it's not going to be that bad, we're going to find out with Florida.
Yeah.
Florida's always been kind of a social experiment, and now it's going to be a real medical experiment.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's they made the choice to take the hit. The administration made the choice to take the hit.
Wasn't the second debate supposed to be in Miami and they moved it to Cleveland?
No. Well, the first debate was in Cleveland.
Or the second debate was supposed to be in Miami, I think.
I don't quite know. Well, there's a vice presidential debate this week.
That one's in fucking
Utah. It's in Utah.
What a vice presidential city and state. Salt Lake City.
Yeah. I like Utah.
There's probably no COVID in Salt Lake City or Utah. It's just so dry and fucking...
No, I think it's everywhere.
And recessive.
It's everywhere, man. I mean, it is just...
I know, I'm not.
I know.
They got the coloreds in the neighborhood. This is back when colored was the thing to call people.
God, this is not the 1950s.
Colored to me is a very 80s thing.
You would not say coloreds in the 1980s.
Dude, well then my grandpa was fucking...
Well, yeah, because it's your grandfather. He was stuck in time.
Kidding.
Exactly. We do not say coloreds. You do not say that. Ooh, what's this? Is your food?
It's our feed.
Okay. I was thinking maybe we were being too loud.
No.
Just disturbing the neighborhood a little bit.
That's the suburb in me, dude. I will fucking bang these floors with a broom, dude.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm loud in my home.
Also, this is a brick shithouse apartment complex.
Oh, yeah.
It's thick, you know? Yeah.
I'm trying to think legit. It was just black people. That's what most of that stuff, because even when my grandpa would say stuff like that, they'd go, Ed. Like it would, even the racist people in my family weren't like, they didn't want people to know.
Man.
My grandma, one time we were leaving the grocery store and she got mad at me because I left the Cadillac. Do you remember that big ass Cadillac I told you about last week? Yeah. I left the door unlocked and she was like, basically, there's black people in this neighborhood. What are you doing? And I remember going, Grandma, that's not like, why does that matter? And I remember her going, I'm prejudiced, Keith.
Yeah.
Like she told me very matter-of-factly, I'm prejudiced. I'm just a bit like, okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I have a great uncle, great uncle Jerome Clifford.
Seinfeld.
Clifford. That's how old he is. When white people had black people names, that's how old my great uncles
does he
were.
know? Did he just tell her something wild? This is a military. This is one of our guys.
They know something's up.
Yeah. Keep going.
The chopper was still a thing.
I want to hear about Jerome.
And Clifford. Clifford was a prison guard at Leavenworth Federal Prison in Kansas. And he had no problem dropping the N-bomb. He dropped the N-bomb left and right. And into his, he was alive until 15 years ago. He would drop the M-bomb, no problem. He had to tell a story about this one militant black guy, a Black Panther, was put in a federal prison, and they had to transfer him. They had to transfer him in a plane in the early 70s, and he was laughing how afraid the guy. Yeah, this tough guy. He thought he was so tough. He was scared shitless in an airplane. We had some bad weather. Me and the other, and he was just getting into the fact that this guy was afraid. Just like to be a prison guard, I think there's
you're scarred like these pigs.
I mean, that's kind of a tough gig,
dude. Here's where I know I want to do comedy too bad, and what makes me think I'm really in it, at least for me. That the idea of that, where my life is just shooting water into this pig pen. Later on, I got to fix it. It's hard work, but it sounds so much better than chasing your dreams.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I know, man. I know. It's work to set it up.
Yeah. And you're truly relying on the economy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know how many times I've given a fuck that the economy's bad? Not once in my life.
Well,
I don't care about farm subsidies. I never have to read the Farmer's Almanac.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I don't have to know precipitation rates from last year's grow season.
Yeah.
Or anything like that. I got to remember my joke.
Was a look too, man. Like the white, you pulled up your socks kind of high.
Look at that Bob haircut. That haircut, that could be a man.
What you doing with that bad boy?
With that haircut, that could be a man or a woman.
I remember her. She was a kind of a known actor at that time. She did a lot of this had a cast.
Dude, my dad knew a guy named Rich Rawlson and looked just like that lady.
Wait. What else?
I didn't even know the door was unlocked, Daddy. I've been out with
He's like, call me that again.
Riding around
with him.
all night.
My first ain't ever gonna
are jamming Kansas down your throat. Nobody who lives in Kansas wears Kansas shirts. Unless it's the band. Carry on nuclear war.
God, they were, when I think of epic, there were so many bad stadium rock.
Dude, I remember my friend in elementary school, Daniel. I will take credit in this. I played guitar when I was a kid. I started playing guitar in 3rd grade.
Good for you.
And in 4th grade, all of my friends got into music, and they had their rich goddamn parents get guitars that immediately all looked better than mine. You know how upset I was about that?
Yeah.
My dad got me a classical acoustic guitar, like the Mexican ones with the fat neck. And I made it cool. I put stickers on it.
Yeah.
I learned how to play bar chords on it and would play punk songs.
Yeah.
And then my dipshit rich friends got Fender Strats day one.
Oh yeah.
Didn't know they could play fucking Zero by fucking Smashing Pumpkins, and they thought they were good.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
That's hilarious.
What was I even into this about?
No, I don't know, man. It was good. It was a good tangent, though. I thought it was funny. You know,
What did I
was
lead
going
into
with
that
it.
with?
I don't know.
Whatever.
They're ramming the Kansas down your throat, man. You know, it's just the band Kansas, Stadium Rock Band.
Oh,
Kansas.
my friend Daniel was playing guitar.
Yeah.
Probably on his fucking Gibson Les Paul that his parents bought him for Christmas. And he was trying to tell me how Kansas was good. Kansas is good.
No, Kansas
And
is
then
not
years later, I found out his family was Mormon, and I was like, that's why he likes Kansas.
God, Kansas is terrible.
They fucking are whack, dude.
So
I don't
bad.
even really like Journey that much, and I like Journey a little bit.
Journey sucks.
Do you know what ruined Journey for me? Is the fucking Sox winning the World Series.
Yeah.
Because Don't Stop Believin' was the fucking...
Absolutely.
Don't stop.
Yep,
They're going to sweep them.
Yeah.
They're the best team in the league.
Yeah. They
need to believe.
In 05 when they
started
won it.
the season in first place and ended the season in first place. I think it's one of the first times it's ever happened.
Pillar to post.
Pillar to post.
Yeah.
They were out of first place for like 2 days that whole season.
They won a World Series, man. You know, people talk about the Cubs being cursed.
I was disgusted.
The White Sox were cursed.
Although
man.
I was even more disgusted because 05 was the year that the Expos moved to Washington.
Yeah.
And I told my friend Justin Yursich, I go, the Washington Nationals are going to fucking win the World Series.
Yeah.
And they almost made the playoffs. It was when Ryan Zimmerman became a thing.
Yeah.
And he told me, he was a Sox fan. He was like, God damn it, Keith, you almost called the Nationals.
Yeah.
Like he was really impressed that I called it. Like
because the Expos were a good organization.
But
you know?
when they moved, they were, barely remember good Expos. I remember
good in the 90s.
I remember when Marquise Grissom was on the team.
Yes, Delano DeShields.
Yeah, I don't remember Larry Walker on the squad.
Oh yeah, Larry Walker was good.
Pedro was gone by the time I got to him.
Pedro
really
was on there. Yeah, I mean I think they had Johnny Wetland. I think for a while.
I think I had one season. I had him when fucking the last days of Alou, when fucking Felipe Alou was the coach.
Yeah. Moises Alou played for the.
Oh yeah,
Expos.
I remember Moises Alou Expos.
Yep. Yeah.
I remember a game or two before Kerry Wood struck out 20 Astros, the Cubs played the Expos.
Yeah.
And it was rainy, and I remember Sandy Martinez was the Cubs catcher, and he had whiteout on his fingers. And I remember my grandpa making racial jokes about whiteout on his black fingers.
Because he wanted to make it contrast better.
Because he can't fucking see his hand otherwise. All sorts of shit like that.
Yeah.
But then he would say that, but then he'd be like, that's Sandy Martinez is a good ball player.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Like weird duality going on.
I tried to make this into a bit because I do think the idea of this is funny. My grandpa was very racist, but he would say it in almost complimentary ways where the Bears would lose and he would say they need more N-words on the team.
Yeah.
And like I would be like, he wants them on the team.
God, it's so bad.
He just is not going to call them the right word.
Yeah. Oof, man. Yeah, it's...
But I remember that was the punchline to the joke of he wants them on the team.
Yeah. That was a radio. I remember having a radio like that and a tape
tiny,
player.
That's an emergency fucking radio right there. One speaker, one tape, one button, one dial. The dial is death.
There was no interwebs back then, man.
Well, there was. It just wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It was a room. It was a whole room.
Yeah. Okay. It takes place in Lawrence. Yeah. They set up all these different plot lines, all of...
Look at that motorcycle.
Well,
that's like I'm a country bumpkin.
That's where the University of Kansas is at.
That's the big city.
It's the Blue Island. It's the only blue county in the state of Kansas. Maybe a little bit of Johnson County, and that's literally it. They are Trump supporters. They are Trump supporters to the core.
Was that Bruce Lee? Is it Bruce Lee? Does he have Bruce Lee at him?
Is
that fucking Gilda Radner?
No, it's Joe Beth Williams.
Is that Gilda Radner and Bruce Lee there at him?
It's Joe Beth Williams from Poltergeist.
Oh, yeah.
She's beautiful.
It's no Poltergeist 2, but all right.
I saw Poltergeist 2 in the theater. That's one I remember being completely disappointed because
Joe Henry Kane, I still to this day think 2's the scarier one.
God, it's so fucking bad.
Crow.
Poltergeist 2 is garbage. It bummed me out.
Oh, we're getting the full. I'm making everybody.
Yeah, there was a weird thing I was still of the era where you had to wait in line for signing up for your classes at universities.
Okay. Here's fucking This is the Henry Kane from fucking Poltergeist 2. I'm putting this up on here and on here. If you were a kid and this happened, you would shat yourself.
I remember just not liking this movie. It bummed me out so much.
Dude, this guy's terrifying. This guy, he's part of the curse.
Do you know what he was? He reminds me.
He's a street actor from fucking New York. He
reminds me when Jack McBrayer gets old. This is what Jack McBrayer is going to look like. I remember I thought that. Like,
God is in his holy tent. Earthly thoughts.
This is terrifying.
Be silent now, while with reverence we ascend, and his presence bow.
Come on, Caroline, it's raining. Come on.
You're going to die of a blood disease later.
With us now and then.
Caroline, come on, let's go.
As we call.
She's locked in. You would be frozen in terror like she is.
Yeah, she knows.
Dude, as a kid, this scene fucking terrified me. And I didn't know until I was 13. I didn't know this was part 2. I thought this was a part of the first one.
Oh, no.
Because I remember seeing part 1 as an olderish kid and being really disappointed that you don't get to see him.
Oh, because
at the end of part 1, you see the silhouette of his hat.
Yeah.
As he's coming out.
Yep.
Haven't I seen you somewhere before?
That is possible.
Even on a rainy day.
See, look at it's Jack McBrayer when he's 85.
Even on a rainy day.
Even on a rainy day. Henry Kane.
Dog shedding. Hi.
Hi. I saw you at the shopping mall.
Sure you did. I remember your little angel.
At the shopping mall, he just pops up to her and he goes, "You're an angel."
Yeah.
With those big eyes. I fuck what anybody says, dude. Poltergeist 2 is way scarier than the first one. The first one's great.
Yeah.
But like, as far as this is terrifying, dude.
I like it. You're defending Poltergeist 2. I was disappointed by this movie. Seeing in the theater bummed me out.
How long between 1 and 2?
4 years.
Okay.
I was 17.
So this was a stretch
I was
sequel.
17. Yeah,
this was a stretch sequel.
Yes, absolutely. So it was 86, and the first one came out in 82.
Look, he fucking gets upset that there's Native Americans.
I'm glad you have this opportunity to talk with your family out of the way. Because I believe you have a problem here.
There's a black man on this street.
Yeah.
You have to sell your house. It's called panic peddling. Sell for below market value. You understand? The dock man has moved in on the same street.
So that's what he calls himself now. You are in danger.
What do you mean?
I'm with an organization whose concern is families like your own, families in crisis that are preyed upon by charlatans with fake magic and false solutions.
Charlatans?
Now, I don't expect you to believe me now, but let me come in and talk to you about it.
Let me
in. Yeah. He's like, because him not getting into the house, that's how he keeps him out. Because if you just keep him out of the house,
What I'm saying, he is angel.
She sees visions. Watch.
Yeah, exactly.
Henry Kane won't let him out.
I just remember it not working from when I was 17. I had also changed. My mind had matured some.
Oh yeah, you touched a vagina.
Yeah. I had gotten exactly. I had gotten to third base by that time. You know.
This is post finger bang anniversary.
Absolutely, it is. Absolutely, it's post finger bang anniversary.
You were probably like Poltergeist and that fingering. It's never gonna get any better than that.
I lived off that for years afterwards. That was a.
It was a poltergeist and a fingergeist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was my finger bang anniversary. I'm a 51-year-old man, and I talk about that. Come on, man. Come on.
Hold this family.
It is.
Together.
I'm Jack McBrayer. I've been diagnosed with the rare form of cancer. I'm in my late stages.
I've been trapped in 30 Rock for 80 years.
I actually like Jack LaFleur. He's a nice guy. Yeah, he's a scary looking dude.
Fuck yeah.
You know, I mean,
you wake up in the middle of the night and that cocksucker is staring at you.
Yeah.
You'd fucking ejaculate.
He's getting into his head a little bit here.
Let's talk.
I look like a skeleton.
He's almost getting him. You know, but because he doesn't have like a Native American guy that befriends him.
That's what he's talking about. He's saying you could let this fucking engine in your house.
But he's actually like, he's a spiritual warrior. He can handle him, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah, this is when they get the little tiny lady.
She's good.
South Park made fun of her. Have you ever seen the episode where South Park? So it's the episode where fucking Tom Cruise is trapped in the closet, and
Go to the closet, Tom Cruise.
And none of the ghosts can go to the other side until Tom Cruise gets out of the closet, and they have a little tiny version of her, and she explains, being trapped in the afterlife is like being stuck on a tarmac on an airplane. You've been there for 3 hours. It's just she keeps rambling on in that tiny voice. It's hilarious.
And come out of the closet, Tom Cruise.
Come out of the closet, yeah.
That's pretty funny. That's a pretty good episode, man.
I know this is hard for you, dear, but I need your verification on something.
So she's back in part 2.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really trust my instincts anymore.
I'd be like, why?
Hold this one and tell me what you feel.
That looks like one of those old-timey pictures you take in, like, Tennessee at a corral.
Exactly.
So when?
Here.
Remember those? Like when you go to a mall and
No, at our house. Who is he?
Tell me what you feel. Just tell me what you feel.
What do you want me to do? Who is he?
I've consulted others.
Take your clothes off.
Told me things, but they said you know more. I don't know anything.
You see, because she's like...
She's a fucking clairvoyant.
Well, she's being turned into her character's having an arc.
She's a clairvoyant, like Dave Odd. He's a clairvoyant. He can see ghosts.
As was your mother, I suspect. As you are as well. Now tell me what
Come to terms with it.
For people who are old enough not to know, young enough not to know this, that voice is an adult woman.
Yeah.
They're following him in death like they did in life. They seal themselves in the cavern because Cain tells them that the end of the world is coming.
Yeah, so it's a cult. Isn't that part exists in the human experience? That there are death cults. That's pretty crazy, isn't it?
Please.
Again, I think about that Heaven's Gate cult, man.
Oh, they had such fresh Nikes, dude.
I mean, I've seen a bunch of like replays. Again, drink the Kool-Aid. That's epic. Jonestown is epic. That's
all the other cults with the pumped up kicks.
But I tell you what, I would say that Heaven's Gate it's an underrated cult.
Crow, I gotta
it's
tell
an underrated cult.
We're gonna fast forward.
As far as your cults go, yeah. I want to see the actual.
They
see him go
Look at
off.
that footage of an actual rocket they've put into this movie.
Yeah, wait till you see the death.
Is it like a fucking actual mushroom cloud?
Yeah. It's like David Bowie's "Let's Dance," you know. And then look up in the I mean, it is superimposed so poorly, and the actual glowing death is really fake.
Have you loaded the uranium in there?
I didn't watch this when it first came out because I was too afraid.
Dance.
My God, they actually did it. They sent off the missiles. My doggone it.
They call war theater for a reason. Now I just like David Bowie commanding war. I like the idea of David Bowie being the general.
You see, because they were near because the middle of the country had a bunch of nuclear silos. You can buy those now.
What is that? Is that a child? Are they running away to get married?
Wealthy people buy those as like their own bunkers, their personal bunkers and stuff. They can sell them.
You know he's been through hell because his face is real dirty.
Stay there with Jolene. You understand?
Like I told you.
Just go in the basement. That's what you gotta do.
It's the end of the world. You're my daughter and my wife now.
I mean, this kind of tapped into Red Dawn.
I hate Red Dawn. Does that knock me up a notch in your life?
Yes, because it's just first PG-13 movie.
My dad would get a hard on watching Red Dawn.
It is such a jingoistic national. Even my 15-year-old mind.
Isn't Swayze in Red Dawn?
Yes, it was huge. What's his face? Charlie Sheen was in it.
It's not. I mean, it's like Moonraker meets Lawrence of Arabia.
She can't deal with it. She's going hysterical because she can't deal with the fact that nuclear war is going to happen. See,
I mean, this movie is like Moonraker meets Lawrence of Arabia.
Moonraker, because of Star Wars, they set it in space. But yeah, this was, you have to, yeah.
Every time I think Moonraker.
So bad. It's a Hitler-themed one. It's unbelievable. He wants to create a master race. It's Noah's Ark. I mean, they put all these weird plot lines in. He wants to get into the safe area.
This is the black gentleman.
Yep. This is where they have he wants to get in the safe area. God,
I love how they just opened the gate because he was honking. Oh no, it says U.S. military. Like, all I gotta do is honk.
Got 2 of our radar warning stations.
Where? Oh, no.
Beale Air Force Base, California, and somewhere in England.
Can you believe it?
Track and 10 impacting points.
We have the technology.
Here we go.
We can repair him. The $6 million man. If you had a $6 million man lunchbox, Keith, when I was a kid, the $6 million, that was like, you were fucking cool. You were cool.
It was X-Men and like Ninja Turtles. Captain Planet was a big cartoon when I was a kid.
They have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Would that be
dude,
one?
That was my childhood.
Yeah.
Here we go. Sirens. You know, just the sirens that are in every city to signal nuclear war.
Well, they used to have that with the. They used to have that,
dude. I bet
they had
the day they took those down was probably just finally.
Oh, it just. I mean, they had that, dude. They had air raid sirens for tornadoes, but also for nuclear war. I remember scouting out fallout shelters when I first moved to Wisconsin.
Black guy's like, I've never been allowed in this building ever in my life.
They have a separate one for them. You see, they're going to a fallout shelter. I used to scope fallout shelters.
Fallout shelter for black people?
No, I said that would be. No, they don't.
That'd be hilarious
if they had that. So here it is.
We're gonna throw you into the hood of this car.
Here's the chaos.
You know, the chaos of there's 9 cars on the road there. That's when you know your love of stuff because you have no problem with me making fun of this movie.
Oh, yeah.
But, man, you had a hard time getting through Unforgiven.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, because
you love the movie. I was tearing apart something you love.
No, that wasn't that. It's you could not appreciate it the way you should.
I do appreciate it, but you also see the absurdity of injured cowboys.
Here it is. Here it is. Everything dies because there's an electromagnetic shock.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in the mood. Oh, we can't do surgery. Oh, it's Enron. They cut off power to California.
Why is the motorcycle cut off?
The battery dies.
Okay.
It shouldn't.
Yeah.
The electrical systems all die.
The cars would be fine.
Yeah. Well,
you'd be able to start them back up.
See, this is what would happen. This is a debate that would happen. What would practically happen to you, Keith?
Everyone in America would flood their engines trying to fucking start their...
See, here it is.
Oh, wow. They threw a sheet up into the air and just took a picture of it.
They took a picture of a jellyfish, I think, and they just see.
I mean, these people would melt.
Well, you'll see. The effects are pretty dramatic.
What if the whole second half of the movie takes place in heaven?
Well, watch this. See, that was the big dramatic moment.
Oh, so the second half is like a completely different family, right?
Yeah, it's the same characters. How do they deal with it? This is all the death. You just get X-rayed. Yeah,
wow.
that's
test footage.
Exactly. I mean, people were petrified of nuclear war, Keith. I cannot tell you.
How legit did you ever shed a tear over nuclear war? Like, were you like, oh my God? I developed gray hairs because I thought tornadoes were going to come. Like,
I think for me, I remember it only hit me late at night a couple different times. I never actually shed a tear. But I can remember like watching an episode of Saturday Night Live. Bill Murray came back to host it. And it was when martial law was declared in Poland by the Polish Communist Party. I remember
look at that.
At the end of the Saturday Night Live, he said, and we want to just say a prayer out for the people of Poland right now who are under martial law. That's what he said at the end. You know, when they're all clapping.
It's clearly pictures of Japan.
Yeah.
After.
So the point is though is that I was in that story about that shit.
I didn't interrupt you this time.
I know. It's my fault. But it just, I was petrified of nuclear war. I was absolutely petrified of it. You know, I did not, I had genuine anxiety over it. I thought about building my own fallout shelter. I'd say from 11 to 14 was the height of my fear of nuclear war. 11 to 14.
How close did you get your parents?
Yeah, panic and shedding a tear. When Bill Murray said, let's say a prayer out to the Polish people who are under martial law right now, I remember watching and thinking that's going to be the chain event that starts a nuclear war. That was in 1981. And I remember being like, getting a lump in my throat, like, God, I don't want that to happen. I didn't cry.
Did you have a hard mullet at the time?
No, it was more just like a hair parted down the middle, because it was 1980.
Yeah, but everything was
81.
feathered. Everything was floofy and feathered.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, it just, I mean, being petrified of nuclear war.
Look, so they're all just like, we've been in this house for 80 years.
And you're blending that with Poltergeist 2? Yeah, it's the nuclear war. I think we're turning into a Dan Bodecker character.
I love how the rest of the movie takes place just in the dark.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty well. Then they kind of walk out. You see, it's like the survivors.
Well, there's ash everywhere.
Yeah.
Or you tripped over a cow. Why would you just not go around the cow, you fuck? What, is he freaking out?
It's the day after, man. Do you know what's a real bleak post-apocalyptic movie? Have you ever seen The Road?
Oh, yeah.
The Road is fucking...
That movie, so the book, The Blood Meridian I talk about, the dude who wrote The Road is the same guy who wrote Blood Meridian, Cormac McCarthy.
And Blood Meridian, what is the plot of Blood Meridian?
It's about this kid who runs away from Tennessee and he meets up with this band of fucking Texas Rangers and they just scalp fucking Native Americans the whole movie. And it takes place in like the Texas territory when it was still Mexico.
Yeah.
It takes place over a period of years and it's just about this band of fucking maniacs that this kid travels with.
Yeah.
And it's gruesome. They have this scene where they fucking pillage this group of Native Americans and they talk about how they take the babies and bash their head up against rocks and shit.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure. I mean, it was the white man came in and exerted his will. There's
and
no
like
doubt
they
about
tell
that.
you that like certain scalps were worth certain amount of money, and then in the book they go rogue. They start just scalping Indians for fun. Like there were certain. It was almost like a war thing. Like this tribe is wanted for this, so bring us their scalps and we'll give you money. So they just started scalping random Indians and selling them as like, this is your guy.
So bad.
It's a fantastic book.
I'm sure it is though. It's a great movie.
Gruesome, so The Road, it's basically this. It's a father and a son wandering post-nuclear Earth.
Yeah.
And there's a great scene. So to spoiler alert, the dad dies at the end, and the kid has to like go with another clan.
Another group of small family that's surviving.
The dad dies, and that's when the credits roll. Like this kid realizes he has to find a new family.
He's like 10.
Yeah,
he's truly a kid.
So and then he walks away, and Todd Massey goes, "Wouldn't it be funny if they were just like, hey?" Because he goes with this other clan. His dad's dead. He just leaves and go. And if they go, hey, can we eat your dad?
I mean, cannibalism is a theme of the movie and the book. Absolutely.
Can we eat your dad?
Yeah. God, cannibalism, man. That actually happens, See, Robards is a surgeon.
Oh, yeah. Let's go a little bit.
It's deep, man.
We're getting to 3 hours, so Are you still fucking feeling good?
Yeah, I'm a little tired, man. I think I gotta wind it down a little bit. I gotta wind it down a little bit.
Well, look at all these dead. I love how they just threw some dead pigs, maybe a dead cow.
Listen, there's just dead.
Cover it with a little ash. We got roasted people in a church. Oh no, those are real people.
I think they're looking for
power of scorpions, and they were told.
Fucking Bobcat Goldthwait.
This is him winning a.
The grass of the earth or any green tree, but only those who have not the seal of God upon their foreheads.
She's dying of like radiation sickness.
Dude, how many cans of Tab do you think old ladies drank during this fucking movie?
Tab is disgusting. It's gross. Battery acid.
It's sugar-free soda. Diabetics drink it. My grandma loved Tab.
Ugh.
All right, I'm gonna go to the credits.
Yeah, it's fine. Go ahead.
See the fun.
We're gonna leave. There's no hope anymore.
Dude, does Robar die? Does he like sacrifice himself? Let's read the fucking end. The catastrophic events you have just witnessed, in all likelihood, less severe than the destruction that would occur
in the event of a full nuclear strike against the United States. It is hoped that the images of this film will inspire the nations of this earth, their peoples and leaders, to find the means to avert that fateful day. I mean, it was a political thing, man. You know what I mean? Like it was.
Guys, don't worry. ABC's gonna put out the call and save the world.
They were literally showing commercials for this in March of 1983. It was like, yes, the baseball season is starting. The St. Louis Cardinals are going to be defending the World Series championship, but none of that matters because we'll all be watching the day after. I mean, the day after was previewed. I mean, the commercials. I was terrified. It would be very still, too. The still image of this is the day after is. I mean, it's. Oh, man. I tell you.
All right.
Well, walk down memory lane.
You ready to wrap it up?
Yeah, I'm ready to wrap it up.
All right. Thanks for listening, guys.
Fun show, as usual, goofiness.
We'll be here next week.
Yep.
We're glad if you went to sleep, if you fell asleep to us, if you woke up to us, we're glad you listened. Glad you watched. Subscribe, like, do whatever. Do whatever makes us popular. We'd really like you to do that. All right. See you next week, guys.
Man, I went to the chiropractor today. It was good.